Hello.
Hello.
How are we all doing? And I definitely sound good here, because that was loud. Oh. Hey, chat. How are we doing? It's been a while since we've done a Genshin stream, but to be fair, it's been a while since Genshin has had an Archon quest, because I'm pretty sure the last one we did was the last Natlan one. I believe that was 5.3. So it's been, what, 3 updates since then? But now we got a interlude quest thing happening in Mondstadt of all places. This place is old, but we're back here. I may have trouble with this quest because from what I understand, unless if it's all lies, not everyone here is. What is that? Anyway, we'll look at that at the moment. Everyone here is not voiced because of the happenings that are going on in the voice acting industry at the moment when it comes to strikes and whatnot. People getting replaced and people still haven't. I don't know the full details of what's going on, but it's really hard. But essentially, not everyone here is voiced, and apparently there's a lot of monster characters missing. So I'm gonna do my best and try and voice everyone. I'm sorry that it won't be up to your standard because I'm not a voice actor. I do try and put some effort into it occasionally. Before we do start, if you're wondering if I pulled for Gordon Ramsay, I'm not calling her by her shoot name. I'm not going to call her whatever that name is. Gordon Ramsay is her name. As you can see, I pulled her. I've already got her to level 90. Favonius Lance is the best weapon that I have for her. But I do have her, so I pulled her off screen. Return to special story mode. I've never had this before. Yes, I will do that. Yes. Oh, that's nice. It gives you an option. Would you like to start? You know, instead of just starting from out of nowhere. Windbloom Festival.
The city is all decked out. Oh, it's beautiful.
Okay, one positive so far. Paimon is still voiced, and as we know, Paimon pretty much has the most voice lines out of any quest. So at least I don't have to talk as her. So
Festival season means no commissions, which means no Mora. But Catherine's always looking out for us, so we should still drop by and say hello.
Paimon, you know we can just use condensed resin on ley lines. Sure, let's go.
Greetings, traveler. Paimon.
Hello, Catherine.
Hey, Catherine! Still doing the whole no commissions during Windbloom thing?
So far, we're 2 for 2 in terms of people voiced. I'm gonna keep on track and see who's voiced and who's not.
In general, yes. The people of Mondstadt don't delegate their work to others this time of year. But
come on, Catherine.
feel free to take a look around. I think you'll pick up on something unusual.
Oh.
Take a look around, huh?
There's a person there. There's 2 people over there.
It's finally Windbloom. And here I am ruining everything.
Okay, we're 3 for 3.
You're a bit tired. No big deal. Give it some time. How about doing something fun tonight? We could take a stroll or go stargazing.
We're 4 for 4, but I'm wondering if these NPCs got replaced because I don't know who their original actors are.
Stargazing? Like we'll find a spot. You know people start reserving places on Star Snatch Cliff the moment the sun goes down. Sorry, I'm just not in the mood. I should go.
Take her home, Quinn.
Whoa! Something's off with Beatrice. She would never give up a chance to talk to Quinn. This is weird.
Oh, you're leaving? I can walk you home.
No, it's okay. Thank you. I just need some time to myself. Besides, there's still something I need to do. The truth is, Quinn, not long ago,
What is it? Is there something wrong?
Never mind. It's nothing. Actually, Quinn, I think we should stop seeing each other for now.
Oof. Oh, poor guy.
Huh? Wait, are you saying we can't be friends anymore? I thought we were best friends.
I thought you were more than that.
See that? Beatrice ran off without looking back.
Wow.
Oh, we go adventuring in other nations for a bit, and one of Mondstadt's best friendship stories is already over?
Maybe they're just working out the kinks.
So, is this what you meant by unusual, Catherine?
This is just one example. Beatrice has been feeling down for days. But that's not all.
Oh, it's the honorary knight in Paimon.
5 for 5.
Is something wrong? You don't look so good.
I know a knight should be stronger than this, but I haven't been feeling right lately. I just can't focus.
Well, what's been happening?
I started sleepwalking out of nowhere. Sometimes I'd even wake up in the middle of the night standing in a random location outside.
You should see a doctor.
Have you thought about not doing that?
I did, but all the tests came back normal. The doctor said I'm fine.
How strange.
Yeah, I even consulted Miss Barbara at the church, but her conclusion was the same. In any case, she was kind enough to pray to Lord Barbados for me to get better. Is it because I saw something I wasn't meant to see? Sorry, this is for me to figure out. It is Windbloom after all.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have patrol to finish. Until next time, you two.
Huh. Is it something in the air, maybe?
I believe that's 6 for
It
6.
appears Miss Donna is also out of sorts.
Oh, where can I find a truly fascinating man?
Didn't she have a thing for Diluc?
Wait, but Donna is the one who has a huge crush on Diluc, right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought too. But she seems to have changed her mind.
Did Diluc do something to get himself cancelled? Oh, God.
Is that Captain Kaya?
Am I gonna have to voice him? Let's find out.
Huh. Now that I look at him, he's exactly my type. How come I never felt this way before?
You are pretty much hitting on your crush's brother, but still. Fuck! But we're doing so good there, too. Alright, so Kaya. A voice for Kaya. How does he sound again? Me, Mr. D. I'm flattered, Miss Donna. Although I do wonder whether that was intended for the outside ears.
Oh, no. Of course not. I'm sorry, Captain. Just pretend I didn't say anything. And, have a happy wind plume.
Alright, keeping track. We're at 6 for 7 now, in terms of people voiced. I intend to, my dear. But first, a question. If you don't mind, why the sudden change of heart? I was under the impression Master D-Luke was the object of your affections.
Good question, Kaya.
Thank you, Paimon.
So, you knew about that? Well, Master D-Luke came into the city not too long ago, but when I saw him, it was like the butterflies just weren't there anymore. If I had to compare it to something, it would be like waking up and realizing you're married to a man you don't love. But then I saw you, and it wasn't that something was different about you. I can't really explain it. It was just a feeling.
I understand, and I'm flattered I was able to bring back the butterflies. But I do need to attend to some business, so I'll take my leave. I do appreciate you confessing your love to me. Bye. Lol.
Oh, here he comes.
Oh,
Surprised to see us?
boo, he's interested in us. Not at all. You're the exact two people I've been trying to find. So, Mickey, Paimon, how have you been? Oh, good. How about yourself and the rest of Knights of Favonius? The answer to that requires a private conversation. Catherine, do you mind?
Not at all. Have fun, you three.
So, you said you were looking for us.
Yes, Jean sent me out to find you when she heard you were back in Mondstadt. But let's discuss the finer details back at headquarters. Paralogism. Oh wow, we can't even... Look at the map, there is a border around it, we can't even leave. Something's definitely happened to this place. Wait. Okay. Oh, I can't, you can come up here, girl. Alright. Also, you need healing.
Reboot.
And yes, I did pay money for this skin, as you can tell. Da, 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 da. Bye-bye. Alright, we're 6 for 7 right now. Let's see who we're talking to next. Eula?
Ah, Kaya. You found them.
Hey, Eula's still here. So that makes it 7 for 8. Yep, I managed to track them down. I need to keep track, just the playable characters, I need to keep track on who's voiced and who's not. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Eula is voiced. Not voiced is Kaya. Alright. Save that for now. Alright, let's continue.
Good. With what's about to happen, it's great to have you in town.
What's happening?
Whoa, headquarters are packed. What's going on?
Honorary Knight Paimon. Oh, it's an honor to meet you. I believe introductions are in order?
Allow me. You have note. Captain of the second company. Skyron, captain of the third company. Yola, captain of the fourth company. And me, of course, captain of the ninth company. Wow, you're low in the pecking order, aren't you, Kaya? So make that 8 for 9 because note is voiced.
Oh, you're all captains?
Well, you know Yola is, and Kaya, I presume so. Yeah?
That's right. Master Jean is waiting for you inside. She'll explain everything.
So make that 9 for 10. Alright, Jean, voiced or nah? Ah, fuck. Okay. Mickey, Paimon, thank you for coming. Okay, so that's 8 for 10. So Kaya and Jean are not voiced, but Eula is. Alright. Is everything alright? There are tons of people outside. Ah, yes, that will be the captains. You know a few of them already, but I'm sure there are some new faces. There have been a number of incidents in Mondstadt. In order to wrap up the case, I gathered all the companions? Captains of the Knights of Favonius together to hold a trial.
A trial? But this is Mondstadt, not Fontaine.
I can understand the confusion. You never participated in one of our trials before. In truth, we haven't had to conduct one in quite some time. There we go. The Knights of Favonius oversee most matters of law and order in Mondstadt. Of course, in the interest of fairness, major cases are tried jointly with the Church. Under the guidance of Barbados, the Knights uphold chivalric justice in the spirit of our order, and the Church carries blessings and goodwill wherever the wind can reach. In today's case, requires a joint trial by both parties.
Which means it's a serious one. So, do you need our help?
Hold on. The group of people we saw in the corridor just now. There was someone missing. Where's Albedo? I'm not going to include the Traveller because more often than not they're not voiced anyway, so we're not going to count them here.
Right! He's the captain of the investigation team. But we didn't see him out there.
A keen observation, Mickey. That happens to be exactly why I called you here. In the upcoming trial against Captain Albedo, we will do our utmost to understand the facts of this case and deliver a fair and impartial verdict.
Albedo is the one on trial? What did he do?
Probably destroy monster, destroy everything, just like that one time that he said. Jean, it's time. Understood. Mickey, Paimon, come with me. So Albedo's already been put on trial. This is the part that I didn't know was going to happen here. I know Albedo was in trouble of sorts. Sucrose? Hello? Deluxe also here? Please sit wherever you like. I only ask that you remain calm. No matter what you hear, I need to head over here. Don't worry, the trial will be fair. Now that everyone is gathered, let us begin. With Grandmaster Varka away from Mondstadt for the time being, I, Jean Gunhilda? Is that how you say your name? Gunhilda will oversee today's proceedings. Mr. Dahlia, Deacon of the Church of Favonius, will serve as an assessor, and as representatives of our respective organizations, we will ensure a just verdict in this case.
Oh, that's a new face. Deacon of the Church. Does that mean he works with Barbara and Rosaria?
I would assume so. The defendant in today's case is the captain of the investigation team, Albedo. Albedo, what did you do? Certain aspects of this case are classified, and it remains uncertain whether the alleged victims are citizens of Mondstadt. As such, this trial is not open to the public. The identities of the victims are still unknown? Strange. If guilt is established in this case, all facts will be made public after the final verdict is delivered. Now, the captain of the logistics team, Miss Herfa, will present the charges. The court appoints Commissioner Kaya to speak on Mr. Albedo's behalf. Are both parties ready to proceed? Yes.
Ready to proceed.
Okay, so make that... Oh, fuck, I've already forgot. 9 for 11... Ooh, that's a... Oh, God. Okay. Someone hurry this up. Miss Hertha, the floor is yours.
Prior to this trial, the Knights of Favonius, in conjunction with the church, launched an investigation into Mr. Albedo for suspected murder and unlawful disposal of human remains.
Murder?
A witness stated that, 11 days ago, in the middle of the night, she saw the defendant southeast of the city gates, dragging a large object she later identified as a human body.
No. There's no way!
We now call that witness to the stand. Beatrice, please tell us what you saw.
Ah, so that's why she... Okay. Beatrice, so is that why she was trying to tell Quinn earlier?
Well, I was out late that night on business. And when I came back, I saw someone in the moonlight that looked like Mr. Albedo. He was dragging a huge bag of some kind.
So, what, do we have another Albedo client or something?
I thought it was strange, so I followed him. Then, there was a sudden flash of golden light. The bag opened, and inside there was a body.
You didn't film it, did you? And put it on YouTube? I hope you didn't.
Mr. Albedo's vision allows him to manipulate the ground with ease. So he buried it, and then removed any traces on the ground. Before he left, it seemed like he looked in my direction. Maybe it was just my imagination, but I was terrified thinking he might kill me too. Luckily, he didn't see me.
I now turn to the defendant. Describe your whereabouts that night. Ah, fuck, make that 912. Well, this one sucks a little bit because I think Albedo, he's kind of like one of the main aspects of this version, so... Alright, so Albedo's not voiced. Give me 1 second. Just gonna make note of that. Alright. So Albedo's voice, I gotta remember what Koidao sounds like. How does Koi talk? I was working in my office on the second floor of the Knights of Favonius headquarters. That's right. The next day, the defendant submitted his latest environmental reports on the Dragonspine region. Considering the length of the text, it must have taken a considerable amount of time to finish.
Can anyone attest to the fact that the defendant was working in his office that night?
No.
Then the length of the report is not a sufficient alibi.
This isn't looking good.
Oh, Dahlia's voiced. That's nice. Who voices Dahlia? Do we know? It's always the newer characters, well, except Kanich, that are all voiced at the moment. It's pretty much the older characters that don't have not voiced at all. If the crime did occur as you described, then what about the body? You mentioned a joint investigation. Well, was the body recovered?
Not yet.
In other words, you dug up the location Miss Beatrice described and found nothing. You don't find that suspicious?
I know what I saw. I'm telling the truth, Miss Hertha, I swear. Also, didn't you say that speaking out would help protect the people of Mondstadt? Otherwise, I'd never put myself out here like this.
You're doing the right thing. Besides, the investigation wasn't fruitless. A single man's shoe and a torn piece of fabric were found in the bushes near the crime scene. The same location the witness described. If no crime occurred, then is all this just a coincidence?
And yet, no victim has been identified, correct?
It's true. No one has been reported missing. However, Miss Beatrice harbors no ill will toward the defendant. Her testimony clearly points to a crime, and she has no reason to lie.
Does the defendant wish to say anything in response? You may believe otherwise, Miss Hertha, but I did not kill a single person. As a knight and captain of the investigation team, I have a duty to protect Monster and its people. You accuse me of murder, but there's no body or motive.
The defendant raises an important point. Motive. Yet, I must be frank, not all murders are premeditated. Spontaneous conflict can also have unforeseen consequences. Nevertheless, I don't intend to prosecute this case on circumstantial evidence alone. Which brings me to the second charge against Mr. Albedo.
Second charge?
Please, proceed.
7 days ago, at dawn, a witness saw the defendant dispose of the body of an adult male in the area between Dragonspine and Dawn Winery. I now call the second witness to the stand.
Who?
Wait, that's...
Who is it? Diluc Ragnavinder? Okay. Please tell the court what you saw. Make that 9-4-13? Give me 1 second. Alright, so we're at a total of 9 for 13 of people that are voiced. At around 3:40 in the morning, I saw Mr. Albedo dispose of a body beneath a cliff. Why is it hard to talk as D-League for some reason? It was dark, but he used the power of Geo to illuminate his surroundings. For what I could tell, it looked like the body of an adult male, tall and thin, but I couldn't make out the age. He buried the body underneath the cliff and smoothed out the ground to remove any traces.
We now have accounts from 2 separate witnesses that describe the same modus operandi. Would you call that a coincidence?
I would only inquire as to what Mr. D-League was doing in the area so early in the morning. Not the most opportune time for a stroll. Is there such a thing? Dawn Winery is my home. It's not unusual for me to take walks in the area. I just happened to be in the right place and at the right time. That's all. Master D-League is a well-respected figure in Mondstadt. I see no reason for him to frame Mr. Albedo. Yet the question remains, where are the bodies?
Before you suggest a lack of evidence, Mr. Kaya, you should know. After the defendant left that morning, the witness found this where the body was buried.
And this is? Well, it looks like the teeth and femur of a human. Now, it does beg the question, if the burial was flesh, why is this all that remains of the body? But I suppose Mr. Albedo is the only one who can answer that. Careful now, Master D-League. I do believe I hear a presumption of guilt in there somewhere.
These remains suggest an accelerated rate of decomposition. Considering the defendant's profession, there's reason to suspect that alchemy is at play here. Both witnesses saw golden light, a known byproduct of alchemy. That's how the defendant destroyed the bodies. The light also explains how the witnesses were able to get a clear view of the events in the dark.
So that's your angle. Alchemy. A logical assessment, but we have a witness of our own. The afternoon before the alleged second murder, Mr. Albedo had a lengthy intellectual exchange with his student, Sucrose. The two were in the library the next morning. Until the next morning, I should say. Why did the discussion last so long? Miss Sucrose was presenting the results of her research. She noticed some flaws in the data, and insisted on reviewing her calculations until the next morning, with Mr. Albedo present. Make that 9 for 14. Lovely. Honestly, I'm a little bit surprised that we got... Technically, Dahlia doesn't count, because he's not playable yet, but we have at least one playable character that's voiced, and it's Eula. So, gotta write Sucrose down. Oh, calm the fuck on. There we go. Alright. Now, voicing Sucrose, she does have a soft voice. That's right. We were in the library together.
You're certain Mr. Albedo was present the whole time?
Yes, and I know Mr. Albedo would never kill anyone. He could never be that cruel.
Nevertheless, the other witnesses have no reason to lie. Tell me, Miss Sucrose, that meeting in the library, were you awake the whole time? Sounds like a considerable duration to go without sleep.
Oh,
I do hope you can be truthful with us. It concerns the safety of countless Mondstadt citizens. A crime like this cannot go unpunished.
I'll take it from here. During our meeting, Sucrose did fall asleep not long after midnight. It's alright, Sucrose. You don't have to lie to me. This is a sacred place of judgment. The truth is paramount. Mr. Albedo. I see. Then I'm afraid your alibi cannot be oh my god, what's that word? Substantiated. Is that how you say it? Substantiated? Do you understand? Yes. I know claiming innocence without proof isn't enough. But the prosecution's argument has its holes. There's been no mention of a motive, or what exact method could reduce a human body to those remains.
No conclusive evidence of guilt. But the witness accounts do match to an extent that can't be dismissed. This is a tricky one.
Allow me to submit another piece of evidence. The investigators intercepted one of Mr. Albedo's correspondences. I will now read the pertinent parts to the court.
A correspondence? Oh no, that Evelyn? That envelope does look like the one that belongs to Mr. Albedo.
I have never abandoned the subject of human research. In fact, delving deeper into Dragonspine has led me to realize that the concept of life could be further expanded and transformed into that of birth. The mystery of human birth is often linked to death. As such, death is the most suitable material for the creation of new life. To that end, we must engage in a process of putrefaction and refinement.
Putrefaction and refinement?
Is that in reference to an alchemical process?
I did not know that Dahlia was Hydro.
The letter continues. Experimental trials have been carried out in the northwestern part of Dragonspine, in the area southeast of Mondstadt's main gate. The data is as expected. Just as you endeavored to do, I too shall take up the path of creation, and break through current limitations to reach a new realm of living beings.
I trust the investigators have confirmed this to be the defendant's handwriting, and that the letter makes more than a passing mention of putrefaction. Fuck. Look, voicing a lot of these people, I'm gonna mess up my words every now and then. Sorry. Putrefaction and refinement.
Correct. Not to mention, the locations indicated in the letter match both crime scenes. What more can we trust than the defendant's own words?
No, it can't be true.
I can't believe it.
A guilty verdict cannot be delivered without sufficient evidence. In order to protect all parties involved, that is what our principles demand. My original assessment was that we lacked said evidence. But now, it seems the only remaining questions are the identities of the victims, and the specific alchemical process used in this case.
Then we are in agreement. The evidence is conclusive. On the charges of murder and unlawful disposal of human remains, the court finds the defendant guilty. The people in attendance appear shocked. No one can believe a kind and well-mannered person like Albedo could committed such a crime. Jean stipulates that those unsatisfied with the verdict will have time to submit an objection or appeal, but most appear hopeless in this moment. As you watch Albedo being taken back to headquarters, you get a strange feeling that something hidden is about to come to light. It all comes back to the letter, a secret that you and Albedo know all too well, but the people of Mondstadt have yet to discover.
Why would Albedo do something like that? Oh, this has to be a nightmare.
Albedo told me he secret once, that he was a synthetic human created through alchemy. Could that have something to do with this case? But what? Following in Ron Dodder's footsteps just because he's an alchemical creation? That would only make him more suspicious. Make that 9 for, what is that, 15 now? I'm not disappointed in the strike itself. I'm disappointed that it's come to this. That the actors are not paying what they are owed. Well, this took a turn for the worse. How does she talk? Elizabeth Maxwell. Well, this took a turn for the worse.
Rosaria! Oh, when did you get here?
I've been here the whole time. I happen to have a message to pass along. For us? Yes. You are needed at Star Snatch Cliff. He's waiting for you there.
Who is he?
You'll know when you get there. Go on now. Time is like the wind. It waits for no one. It's Bennett. We're meeting Bennett. The current story seems to have related to your past adventures. We would like to go over and review... Oh, shit, really? Oh, fuck! Oh, fucking took them long enough to include something like this. Shadows Amidst Snowstorms review. So, what was this? Was this an event or was this a Icon quest? I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it was an event. It's not the first Dragon Spine event. There was another Dragon Spine event that happened after. And we do know that there's a clone. There's an Albedo clone. Shadows Amidst Snowstorms review. You and Paimon went to Dragonspine to ask Albedo, who was conducting research there, some questions about alchemy, only to encounter a series of strange events. Strange, soft noises echoing through the mountains that could not be traced. The ransacking and theft of alchemical notes at the campsite. Albedo disappearing after a chat outside the cave, but having no memory of the incident. At the same time, Eula encountered Albedo elsewhere on the mountain attempting to lead a child away. What? And he attacked Eula upon being discovered. You are able to confirm the presence of a mysterious figure impersonating Albedo. A running battle ensued, ambushing and being ambushed, hunting and being hunted. In the end, Albedo eliminated the giant mutant Whopper Flower posing as him. Yet there were more than 2 people wearing that face on the mountain. Yeah. Yeah, apologies again for the voicing. I am trying my best under the circumstances.
Into the wind.
It is fun doing them though. It's just I hate messing up my words sometimes, and I mess up my words a lot. So, who's he? Oh, Bennett, not Bennett. Venti. Venti won't be voiced. Yeah, I thought so. Because Erica said that she's not in this update, so I knew Venti wasn't going to be voiced in this. Now I have to put on a good Venti voice. Fuck. There we go. Oh, come the fuck on. There we go. So that's 9 for 16 now, I think. 9 for 16 people that are voiced in this quest. Ah, Mickey, Paimon. I could hear your arrival upon the wind. Were you looking for me?
Venti, did you send us that message?
No, I did.
Fuck. I thought that was Venti talking.
Whoa, where did you come from? Wait, Venti, do you know this guy? His name is, what is his name again?
Dahlia, you whore.
Didn't think I was that unmemorable. I'm Dahlia, Deacon of the Church of Favonius, and Herald of the Animo Archon Barbados. Not gonna forget next time, right?
Dahlia, the way that this game announces they're 5 stars and 4 stars, you're most probably going to be a 4-star, so we're pretty much going to forget you eventually. So you called us here so we can meet with Venti?
That's right. I noticed you during the trial. The legendary honorary knight. You seem to have a lot of thoughts on your mind, so I thought we should have a chat. After all, I am the Herald of Barbados. If the people of Mondstadt are in danger, I should keep the Animo Archon in the loop.
Neely! Not now!
Wait then. You know about...
About what? The
Oh,
fact
shit.
that my tavern-hopping nomad of a friend is Barbados himself?
Oh, wow. Don't worry, Dahlia and I are close. He knows everything. Aw, gay lovers. Besides, I gotta need someone to communicate their will in a formal setting, and no one does that better than Dahlia. You do know that Jean and Diluc also knows your secret.
Not that I saw that coming when we first met. But back to the matter at hand. I believe you two already know about Albedo's background.
If you mean his true identity, then yes, we do.
So, you know too, Venti? That's surprisingly Archon-like of you.
Well, I knew the moment from the moment Rhindot and Ellis brought Albedo to Mondstadt. When those two are in town, no one can afford to slack off. The Kreider Prince, a perfect specimen of synthetic life. At this stage of the case, there are countless questions surrounding Albedo's motive. His true identity is a potential weakness.
A synthetic being loses control of their sanity and goes on a killing spree. That's how a novel would frame the story, and people are inclined to agree.
Albedo has told us before that humans often value the ordinary over the transcendent and miraculous.
And the slightest difference is perceived as other. A very common phenomenon.
Before I talk... Definitely going to be using this a lot tonight. Alright, how do I sound? Alright, I still sound good. Which means we need to find a way to help your friend. What do you know about the situation, Venti? Me? Well, I know that Albedo's a synthetic being, and that lots of strange things have been happening in Mondstadt, even though Windbloom should be about drinking and having fun.
We noticed that too! The minute we got here, something was off.
You share your observations with Venti and Dahlia.
I've picked up on most of those too. Miles is out of sorts. Beatrice seems anxious. Although I didn't know Donna stopped being interested in Master Diluc.
When no love remains for the songs to tell, the world becomes naught but an empty shell. Cruel is said fate, cruel it may be, were it not for a hero who could set us all free. I did pretty good there.
What are you getting at, Tone Deaf Bard?
Oh, just making a comment. There are always unavoidable trials in life. At least, that's what Barbados would say. A certain someone is going to need to overcome a trial like that. In such cases, even the Seven know better than to tamper with fate. If only there were a brave soul willing to aid their friend in his time of need. Should he made a terrible fate, all the monster could be the worse for it.
If you wanted our help, you could have just asked, you know.
Well, even if Albedo wasn't at the center of this case, protecting Mondstadt is part of being the honorary knight, right? Venti, we can't be here all the time, you know. We got other regions to be at. You'll still have to help, of course, which is why I prepared a little surprise. Behold!
Ooh! Paimon remembers that Jumpy Dumpty!
Or, yeah, what's the proper name of that thing? Don't worry, I removed the fuse, so it's not going to explode. Say hello to Dodo Communication Device.
So, this thing belongs to you now?
I stole it from Clee's bedroom. We're all pals. I don't think she'd care if I borrowed it for a few days. Anyway, this invention, with a little help from a trick of mine, will allow us to keep in touch. Just take it out, and we can chat. We'll do our best to uncover the truth. That's all I ask. No matter what comes, you'll have the wind on your side. I think I did pretty well as Venti there, honestly.
I suppose we're old pals too at this point.
Indeed, your companionship is like a breeze that lingers in the air, warm and familiar.
In all this time, I've never witnessed Lord Barbados approach anything in a serious manner. Perhaps, this time, I'm in for something special.
Ooh. Barbados? Seriously? You give him too much credit.
Hardly. It's not blind faith, you know. I've always had unwavering belief in the animal archon.
Is that so? I wonder what Barbados thinks about that. Perhaps you should pray to him and find out.
Good idea. I'll tell him I still haven't deciphered his drunken musings from our 3 trips to the tavern last month. His wisdom is sure to reveal itself in time.
Oh, you know what? Think about it, Barbados. Dahlia, treat me to a drink instead. You wouldn't refuse me, would you?
A dear friend like you? Never.
Oh, gay lovers. Almost time for Pride Month. Alright, alrighty. Why is this here? Jane! I know you all must be shocked, but the evidence is solid. Albedo's situation is not looking good.
I still don't believe Albedo would do something like that. Using living people as alchemical test subjects? It's like something out of a novel.
Perhaps it's best for me to remain impartial, but I've worked with Albedo before. He's an alchemist, not a sadist.
This version of events is hard for me to accept as anyone, but Varka once said Albedo is very different from the rest of us. Perhaps there are things we still need to learn about him. Let's see what Albedo has to say for himself first. Would you mind giving me a moment, everyone? A private matter requires my attention.
Hey, Jean!
Hey, Jen. Mickey, Paimon, perfect timing. Kaya has a favor to ask. Like Jean said after the verdict, we have Tom to submit an appeal, and I will do my utmost to convince Albedo to accept. He's been acting strange, and I can't read him for the life of me, but I need you two to start investigating the case. Yes, it's almost time for you to get involved. Do you want us to join the joint investigation? No, we'd like you to launch an investigation of your own. I'll continue working on his defense in the meantime. If you find anything that might help his case, just let me know. I know it's against the spirit of the season to task you with this, but Albedo is a trusted member of our ranks. We owe him the benefit of the doubt. Understood. I know you'll get to the bottom of this, Mickey. You've never failed us before in a time of need.
But what if the accusations turn out to be true?
They will behead him in front of everyone. Then you will have done Mondstadt a great service all the same. So we're going to behead Albedo in front of everyone in Mondstadt if he is guilty. I'm expecting a retrial. I'm expecting a retrial. Until then, you're welcome to have a look around Albedo's office on the 2nd floor. I'm counting. Ooh, I've never been. Wait, is that new? Can we actually go upstairs? We've never gone upstairs. Oh shit! We can actually go upstairs. Holy fuck! We've never gone upstairs in this building before. We can't go up here, obviously.
Wait, Captain Kaya! Surely I can't just...
So, 10 for 16? These two were on Jean's orders. She asked them to investigate Albedo's office.
Oh, in that case, head on in.
So 10 for 16 people that are voiced, okay?
So this is Albedo's office. Pretty much exactly how Paimon pictured it.
Alright, so I have some work on my own, so I'll leave you to it. Good luck, you two.
Right back at ya.
Albedo's office looks... I mean, get it, I know it's the same building, but it almost looks kind of the same as Jean's. Oh, that's cool. I'm glad they added another office for us to explore. It's very Albedo-like, I'll give him that. I'm just looking around. That's cool.
Alright, let's see what we can find.
Oh, fuck, not this. There's a stack of books on the desk, mostly relating to alchemy, environmental science, and life science. Some of the pages have been marked with alchemical symbols, and others have S-shaped or triangular symbols drawn on them. Any potential meaning is unclear.
Wow, these books are so fancy! Albedo must have gone to great lengths to get them.
Ah, okay. A lockbox sits on the desk. The latch bears signs of wear, suggesting the importance of whatever lies within. The box likely remained locked most of the time. But now the lid remains wide open, as if the owner was forced to leave in a hurry and didn't have time to lock it. Perhaps the letter intercepted by the investigators was once stored here. The remaining contents shouldn't hold much weight as conclusive evidence, but you still get a strange feeling after reviewing them. In elegant penmanship, the letter reads, "In addition, I do happen to have some information on the subject of our last discussion. The materials and arcane formation required for human transmutation. The formations in these records likely originate from the Kyrenian arts of chemia, but the relevant documentation has not been well maintained over time, so I cannot guarantee there are no errors or omissions. And as thanks for your past assistance, I've enclosed the records with this letter." But does that mean I support your pursuit of this research? Ethics aside, I'm not convinced it's even possible to create a human whose existence is identical to our own. The idea that the dynamic of creator and creation could exist within the same species is cause for concern. Even with a talent like yours, I must urge you to proceed with caution. The signature belongs to an unfamiliar name, one that also appears in an alchemy book nearby. You skim the preface and learn that the author is an old and accomplished alchemist. The person is likely a friend of Albedo's academic circle, someone who held Albedo a favor, but also urged him to refrain from conducting dangerous research.
Human transmutation? Is Albedo seriously looking into that? Ooh.
Ew.
He doesn't want to think about that.
It doesn't look good, but this letter can't directly prove that Albedo did anything. Besides, a technique like that must be too dangerous to share with the public, right? That's why it wasn't brought up during the trial. There was another thing over here. There's a chest tube on the shelf with some black powder residue at the bottom. Next to it lies a neatly written note. Chalk is the next stage after soil, but the current available materials are still insufficient to construct a stable structure.
Nope. No idea what that means. Not sure if it's too hard for Paimon or too hard for anyone outside this line of work.
Lol. Albedo's notes lie on the table. They resemble the ones you've seen before, but the contents are different this time. As always, the penmanship is impeccable, careful and neat with a certain elegance in its ununiformity, much like the man himself. One of the notes reads, "Putrefaction should be regarded as a counter-stimulation to the process of life, like a highly efficient and destructive spell of rot. Upon use, the target will decay within an extremely short period of time, turning into dust and that is nearly invisible to the naked eye before dissipating into the air." Sweet. I thought we read this. Did we not? Why do we need to look at it again? After moving the book, the desk looks almost empty. Your hand slipped while moving the book, causing the hardcover book to strike the desk. The resulting noise is a bit unusual. It's subtle, but to an experienced adventurer, it sounds too hollow, almost like there's a compartment within the desk.
Wait, it looks like there's a hidden compartment under the desk.
There does appear to be a compartment added to the one side of the desk. It was very well hidden. The lock mechanism is complex and seems to involve elemental power in some way. Perhaps you should try using the Geo of Power. I got the two words mixed. The two words... That's funny. The hidden compartment opens. Inside lies a piece of paper with more information. Festering is also the manifestation of rot. When festering forces and a sufficient amount of life energy collide, the two will repel each other, triggering a powerful side effect. When I tested this in an alchemical experiment, the results of the refinement were startling. Breaking through the shackles of life, the simulation of the square project, I must take advantage of this opportunity.
The name of the project is blotted out in ink. What could it be?
The notes mentioned festering forces, which suggest that dragon spawn could be involved somehow. You don't say. If it has something to do with creating synthetic life, would Albedo go that far for one of his experiments? No, that can't be. Amid the notes is a map with a few markings on it. Two of the marked locations correspond to the crime scenes, and the feed appears to be in Dragonspine. Okay. Well, that bottom one was the one that, Hertha mentioned that there's a body between Dawn Winery and Dragonspine, and that locations are in between the two. It's a hard pill to swallow, but if the results of the joint investigation are correct, there could be a hidden body in that last location. Or, at the very least, what remains of one.
Huh. What does this mean? Oh, do you think something might also be buried at the last location? Alright, that seems to be it for this place. We should go tell Jean what we found.
I'm surprised none of you have searched this room beforehand. Oh, Venti.
Oh, Venti's calling. Let's answer.
How's the investigation going? Find anything?
Oh, we found stuff, alright. Stuff that only makes Albedo look even more suspicious.
I see. So Albedo's researching stuff and it doesn't help his case, huh? I'm trying to make it sound like he's like on the phone call, you know? Not surprising. We should be grateful Albedo's true identity remains hidden. If it gets out that he's one of the Rhine creations, there'll be no separating him from her past. As we both know, Rhine approach to alchemy and ethics was pure madness, and the evidence he just found, let's just say it could convince even those closest to him of his guilt. Perhaps even you. I don't think the handwriting was faked. Then it comes down to trust. Do you trust Albedo? I think I do.
Yeah, he's our friend. We should keep the faith. And if he really is the culprit, he must have had a reason, right? Maybe he's just not allowed to talk about it. Yeah, that must be it.
Either way, a fair investigation means coming to a conclusion presented by the facts. Does that mean even Venti no longer believes in him? Running objective of its own value. Remember, none of this is your fault. Just report back with an honest assessment of the facts.
Yeah. Well, let's go find Jean and tell her what we learned.
Hey, what the fuck are you doing?
That's Miles. What's he doing here?
Oh, sorry. I heard voices and wasn't sure if I should check who was inside.
It's okay. We're here on Jean's orders.
Are you spying on us?
Ah, I see. I'll, leave you to it then.
Hold on. You didn't hear what we were saying, did you?
Oh, not really. Nothing that made sense anyway.
Fuck off.
Well, do us a favor and just forget anything you might have heard, okay?
Oh, sure. You got it.
Uh-huh.
That map we found in the hidden compartment seems important. We should check out the marked locations.
Whose office is this? I want to know what these bloody offices belong to. Who the fuck is...
Time to go.
Hey, Jean. Thank you for agreeing to... Oh, fuck's sake. anyone here I can talk to? Lisa, do you know anything about this? You're probably not voice too, but I just want to talk to someone. Doesn't look like it. Okay, so... Haven't been here in ages.
Follow the wind.
Yeah, I remember this has the, cold mechanic. Where,
The wind knows me.
oh, fuck me, where am I going? Where you'll freeze up, if you don't get warm.
Whirling snow.
Ah! Why is this hard? Try here. Okay. Snow-covered path. Go to the location marked on the map. Ah.
We should be getting close.
Although everything is covered in snow, as a seasoned adventurer, you notice a spot on the ground that looks quite different from its surroundings. You remove the side to find a sizable hole underneath, large enough to fit a human body. But the hole is completely empty, and the surrounding markings make it look like something was dug up. Did an animal do this? Or some monster?
Weird. There's a hole, but no body. The prosecution's argument is that Albedo used alchemy to destroy the bodies, but this location is different from the other two. Why not fill the hole, or smooth out the ground like the other places?
If one person did all this, why not remove the traces like the others? And if Albedo isn't the one responsible, why was this location marked in his notes? You return to the Knights of Favonius, doubts swirling in your mind. Albedo is guilty. You're back. Did you find anything?
Yeah, but none of it helps Albedo's case.
You tell Jean about your findings from Albedo's office. I see. A complicated result, but your efforts are appreciated. Did Albedo submit an appeal? Yes, he asked for a retrial. There are still questions surrounding the identities of the victims and the disappearance of the bodies. The minimal remains that were uncovered have been sent for forensic analysis, which should provide some answers. It's just...
What's wrong?
If the victims turned out to be Mondstadt citizens, the situation becomes all the more serious. The second trial would likely have to be open to the public. And I doubt public sentiment will be in Albedo's favor.
Yeah, not when the charges are so serious.
The second trial is set to take place in 2 days. I hope you consider attending to this one as well.
Of course, we'll be there. In the meantime, we should all just stay positive.
Well said. When the time comes, I'll carry out my duty to the best of my ability. What the fuck is he doing? Miles? What are you doing, Miles? Where are you? Oh, he's not here anymore. 2 more days? Sure. Ba-da-da-dun-dun. Da-da-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Da-da-dun-dun-dun. Okay.
Jean, it's about time for the second trial.
Hi. Ah, you two. Let me know if you're ready, and we'll head out. Ready? Alright, follow me. Do we need to know? Do we need to, though? We know where the courthouse is. Ladies and gentlemen, we now convene for the second trial against Mr. Albedo. I, Jean Gunhilda, I still don't know how to say my last name, by the way, will again oversee the proceedings. Representatives on both sides remain unchanged, and Mr. Dahlia will continue to serve as ass. He will continue to serve as assessor. Ms. Hertha represents the prosecution, and Mr. Kaya speaks on behalf of the defense. The defendant in this case is Mr. Albedo, captain of the investigation team. With that, I now bring this trial to order. Miss Hertha, have the investigations made any new discoveries?
Yes. We sent the teeth and the femur bone found at the scene to the church's medical office, and were able to conclude that these are, in fact, human remains. In addition, the investigators were able to identify several Mondstadt citizens who appear to have been missing for quite some time. Forensic analysis of the remains allowed us to pinpoint the age and gender of the deceased. Interestingly, one of the missing individuals matches that profile to a T. The medical office couldn't spare the personnel, so Miss Rosaria is here to present the results to the court.
Hanselman, male, 46 years old. Marital status, single. Occupation, hunter. Consistent with the conclusion in the last trial, his disappearance went unreported, likely due to his lack of relatives. In addition, medical records show that he sustained a mechanism-related injury to his leg 3 years ago. The damage on the femur bone Mr. Didlik found is consistent with such an injury. Therefore, we can conclude that one of the victims in this case is Hanselman. A specialized technique was likely used to accelerate at the rate of decomposition.
Is it reasonable to assume this technique to be alchemical in nature?
Alchemical or magical, both are possible.
Thank you for your testimony.
The identity of one of the victims is now confirmed. But what about the defendant's motive?
Considering what he wrote in the letter, we can deduce that the defendant needed subjects for an alchemy experiment. Who better than individuals whose disappearance would go unnoticed? In other words, he sacrificed the good people of Mondstadt for his own gain. A truly vile act.
That bitch.
In addition, another witness has agreed to testify. Miss Donna, if you would.
I thought she said Diana for a second. Well, that's what the subtitle looked like it said. And I was gonna what the fuck does she have to do with this? Another one, huh?
Wait, Donna from the flower shop?
I'm sorry it took so long for me to come forward. But the night Master Diluc saw Mr. Albedo, I was there too.
Oh, what were you doing? What were you and Diluc doing, huh?
I was camping with a friend and we decided to stop near Dragonspine. I couldn't really get comfortable that night, so around dawn, I decided to go for a walk. And that's when I saw Master Diluc. I thought it might be nice to, chat. So I headed in his direction and then I saw it. Someone at the bottom of the cliff was getting rid of a body.
Her eyes are shake. It shooketh.
I was terrified the person might see me. Even after I fled, I couldn't shake that fear. And I started to wish I never had a crush on Master Diluc in the first place. If I hadn't wanted to talk to him, I would never have been in that situation. Well, I didn't want to come forward because I was scared. But Miss Hertha convinced me it was the right thing to do. I'm sorry it took me so long.
I see. Just stepping forward was brave enough, Miss Donna. The court thanks you for your courage and commitment to justice.
Yes. Thank you.
The two witnesses corroborate the same sequence of events. That just leaves the question of how the defendant disposed of the bodies.
I believe the answer lies in the alchemical technique mentioned in the letter. The defendant is the most accomplished alchemist in Mondstadt. He has the skill, no question.
A special investigator also uncovered some relevant evidence on that subject. I will now present it to the court.
Wait, does she mean...
The evidence we found in Albedo's office. The following are pieces of evidence uncovered in our Mr. Albedo's office, the most important of which is this map. Oh, I didn't even notice the third map was there. I only looked at the first two. This map was found with the defendant's notes. The markings correspond with the description in the letter and the locations of the crime scenes. Does this map belong to you? Yes. Were you the one that marked these locations? Yes. You do realize it's basically an admission of guilt, don't you? The evidence against you is nearly insurmountable. No. Since you uncovered that compartment, I might as well expand on the matter.
We have witnesses and physical evidence. What could you possibly say in your defense?
What I always have. I never killed a single person.
Ugh, you have some nerve. Saying that when the evidence is stacked against you?
My mind right now is like... Albedo has a clone, so I assume that the clone snuck into his office, saw the markings, killed some people, and put those people on the ground, and the people in the court, some of them saw Albedo. Not actually Albedo, but the clone. So everyone just assumes that the real Albedo did it, but they did not realize that there's a clone among us. Miss Hertha, you presented a meticulous and convincing case. I'll give you that, but I will not admit to something I didn't do.
So, what? You're just going to bombard the court with excuses?
That's a rather dismissive way to refer to an innocent man speaking in his own defense. Besides, I'm not making excuses. I'm exercising patience.
That won't make the charges against you disappear, Mr. Albedo.
Perhaps not, but patience comes with its own reward. It's either Christ, come on. Talk! It's easy for things to remain buried in snow until someone comes along and brushes it away. Albedo seems serious but unfazed. Does that mean he really didn't do anything untoward? He mentioned brushing off the snow. Is that supposed to be a hint? Albedo. He's giving hints. He's given hints to us. Clever. Albedo's trying to get us to help him. But obviously he can't say it out loud. If it was a hint, then it must have something to do with Dragonspine. Which reminds me, one of the locations on the map we found in Dragonspine, wasn't it? Mickey, you were the one who uncovered the notes, right? Then I'm assuming you visited the third location on the map as well? Yes, I have. Can you tell us what you found? You nod your head and give an honest account of the scene you found in Dragonspine. Whatever was kept in the hole was gone, and the surrounding area bore the markings of an unknown creature with everything covered in snow. No one knew there was something to discover in the first place.
Then, there must also have been a body.
Yeah, but it wasn't there, so we can't really say that there was a body there, because we've been there, and there was nothing there. I need to think about this. What clues am I missing? Well, we haven't been to these two locations, that's the thing. The third location is marked in Dragonspine. We only knew about it because we found the map in the hidden compartment. During our investigation, Parliament and I discovered the hole beneath the snow, big enough to hide a human body. There were also claw marks around the outside. But there was no body or remains whatsoever. Beatrice saw Alberto use alchemy to dig a hole and bury a body there. A single man's shoe and a torn piece of fabric were found in the bushes nearby, taken together. Does evidence seem to suggest that Alberto killed someone and concealed the body? Between Dragonspine and Dawn Winery, where Luke saw Alberto bury the body of an adult male. Luke described nearly the same events as Beatrice. There's no reason for them to collude against Alberto, so their testimony should be trustworthy. Luke found teeth and a femur bone at the scene, and Donna confirmed his vision of events. She was also there that night. The two should have no reason to set Alberto up. Despite her crush, Donna wouldn't lie about something like that just to get to Luke's attention. Not to mention, Donna has been acting strange since before the trial. According to the forensics events, the teeth and femur bone belonged to a Mondstadt citizen, and the witness account suggests that Alberto was the last person to come into contact with his body. Did Alberto really use alchemy to reduce the body to a few bones, or does he mean that he's the killer? No, not that. No. I wanna... No. Alberto marked these 3 locations on the map in a hidden compartment. There are some similarities and differences between them. Based on what we know, all 3 locations were likely used to hide bodies. The holes dug in each area certainly seem big enough. But unlike the first 2 locations, there were claw marks around the hole in the 3rd location, and no witnesses saw anything happen there. Dragonspine is home to all manner of monsters and wild animals. Could you some kind of creature have dug up the body? But why wasn't that the case in the other locations? The marks didn't look fresh, which means the whole of the 3rd location has been there longer than the other 2. But if the hole in the 3rd location wasn't made around the same time, does that mean it's connected to a separate incident? Oh, fuck me. Oh, a lot of rating. Most people know Alberto as an alchemist and the captain of the investigation team. But in truth, he's the Crider Prince, a synthetic human created by one of the 5 sinners, Gold Rhindaughter. Alberto is steadfast, intelligent, and treats everyone with kindness and respect. I think most people would agree with that assessment. He's also a calculated thinker, it's fair to say that. If he did commit a crime, it would likely be well concealed. Up until now, Alberto has never displayed any ill will toward humanity, and he also still seems like his normal self. As his friend, I shouldn't reveal the truth about his identity. That would only make things worse for him. Dragonspine has a frigid climate and is covered in snow all year round. Even so, it's home to various monsters and creatures that can withstand the cold. Deep within the mountain lies the remains of an even more mysterious creature, Durin. Although the dragon has been dead for a long time, he still possesses a peculiar life energy. Now that I think about it, a lot of strange things have happened in Dragonspine. I almost forgot. Paimon and I once again... Really? We gone through all that just to... What the fuck? It's not that hard. Paimon and I once encountered someone on Dragonspine who looked exactly like Alberto, and we weren't the only ones. Wait a second. Someone who looks exactly like him. Get Amber and Bennett in here, because they will also here there too. I'm guessing Alberto has a plan, so I should help him out. But what does he want me to do? Announce a break in the case? No, I should play it safe. Since I made an honest assessment of the facts, I should be honest about my doubts too. It's only fair. Besides, I think I understand what Alberto is trying to tell me just now. I'd like to address the courts, if I may. I was the one who investigated the office, and I believe the results raised a few questions. Regarding the 2 cases addressed in the previous trial, it was established that after disposing of the bodies, the defendant used alchemy to restore the ground to its original state. But that wasn't the case at the 3rd location. The hole was still there, with dirt scattered around the perimeter. It looked like something had been dug up. If this is all done by one person, Well, why wasn't the third scene given the same treatment as the others? Why weren't the traces removed? In addition, the markings around the third location weren't fresh, which suggests the Dragon Spine incident happened at a different time. For those reasons, I believe there's still reasonable doubt in this case, and I hope the verdict reflects that. Thank you. Astute as ever, Traveler.
Questions there may be, but allow me to point out, there is no evidence to suggest that anyone besides the defendant knew about the third location. And the map was found in his notes. That fact alone makes him the most plausible suspect. Unless Mr. Albedo suddenly plans to deny that the map belongs to him.
Allow me to respond to Traveler's point. If all I care about was proving my innocence, I would do indeed as you described, Miss Hertha, and deny any connection to that map. But that is not what I intend to do. The map does belong to me. I did hide things out of those 3 locations.
What?
He said he was hiding things. He didn't specifically said bodies. There were indeed bodies at each location, and I did kill and bury someone on Dragonspine.
Ha! So you admit it. Let the record reflect that the defendant has confessed to his crimes.
You've mistaken, Miss Hertha. The story doesn't end there. Some time ago, I encountered an uninvited guest on Dragonspine. Someone who wanted to take advantage of the deserted nature of the region to eliminate me in secret. Yes, that was an event. Eula, Amber, and Bennett were there for that. His desire to kill me led to an altercation where I killed him instead, and buried the body on the mountain, the third location marked on the map.
Actually, the Traveler, Amber, Bennett, and I were with Albedo that day.
Yes!
The Adventurers Guild was holding an event on Dragonspine. After it ended, we all left the area.
That was an event?
If the person Albedo is referring to is different from the one we encountered on the mountain, then the altercation must have occurred after we left.
This only proves that the defendant is guilty on all counts. Those innocent people, their blood is on your hands.
No, you're wrong.
You deny it? After admitting to murder for the whole court to hear? You've clearly lost your mind.
If you would let me finish, Miss Hertha, I could get to the important part. The man who attacked me on Dragonspine was my height, with blonde hair and blue eyes, dressed in clothes nearly identical to mine. So someone that happens to look exactly like you? Exactly like him? So I was right. It does come back to what happened back then.
It's one thing to look similar, but for the clothes to be the same?
What's going on? I don't want to be here anymore.
You can have identical clothes. What are you on about, Donna?
Regardless, the important thing is that you admit to killing someone on Dragonspine.
You really want him that guilty, huh? What has he done to you, Hertha? Yes, I killed someone that day. Someone who looked nearly identical to me. But I never said that someone was a person. I see then. It appears I need to withdraw my testimony.
What?
Everyone! I brought her!
Who's her?
Wait, you...
The person who just came in. Isn't that Hertha?
What's going on?
Who are you? Why do you wear my face?
What the fuck?
Hello to you too.
Okay. As you can see, this is Hertha. Clever. As you can see, this is Hertha, the logistics captain of the Knights of Favonius.
I see what's going on here. It's all been leading up to this, hasn't it? Your confession. It was all an elaborate stunt to set me up.
Hell yeah.
You want to undermine my credibility? Fine. It doesn't eliminate the mountain of evidence stacked against you. All I want is justice for the people of Mondstadt.
So that's why she's been really pushing for him to fucking go to jail. Order in the court! I don't have a gavel. Order in the court! I've been stationed on Dragonspine all these years because that is where the subject of my research lies. The dragon, Durin. Do I still sound okay, by the way? Okay. Several hundred years ago, the Dragon of the East, Dvalin, defeated Durin in battle and, with the help of Barbados, sealed his remains on Dragonspine. Durin was created through alchemy, one of the finest specimens of artificial life. As such, death was not a true end for him. His heart still beats and grows more revitalized by the day. My imposter on Dragonspine was a failed specimen abandoned in Durin's stomach, an unsuccessful iteration of the homunculus project.
Homunculus?
Are you trying to insinuate that I'm some kind of homunculus? Because it looks to me like the artificial one is standing right there. Some kind of imposter you dragged in from Dragonspine.
Uh-huh.
So this is what I look like when I fly off the handle. You know, they say imitation is the best form of flattery, but your impersonation has overstayed its welcome. Master Jean, what are you waiting for? We've known each other for so long. You recognize the real me, don't you?
I kind of want Jean's answer to be, Hertha, you've never talked to me until now. The two of you look identical, but judging based on demeanor, the new arrival actually seems more like the Hertha I know.
That means nothing. By that logic, I could just as easily accuse the Albedo in this room of being an imposter. How do we know he isn't the fake one? A cold-blooded killer who replaced the real Albedo long ago. Then, how about something only the real Hertha would know? The longest scar on my body. The knights who fought alongside me that day should remember where it is.
I remember. Let's hear your answer.
I'd like to hear Miles' answer first.
Yeah, what the hell has Miles been doing all this?
Huh?
Do we have multiple imposters?
You don't know? Or you don't remember? I heard you've been acting strange these days. Disoriented? Confused? You were closer to me than anyone during that battle. And yet you don't remember a thing. Strange indeed.
No, my head. It hurts.
Uh-huh.
The scar is right here.
On the arm. Why the nerves? I can't imagine this comes as a surprise. Unless your informant in the Knights of Favonius failed to mention the scar on Hertha's left arm.
Albedo has done a lot of research into beings like you. If you deny it, then show us your arm.
Checkmate. No need to panic. You can just add it now. You excel at changing your appearance, don't you? Or should I say, all spawn of Durin's life force have that ability. A powerful life force, in appearance you can change at will. Yet here you stand, formless one, paralyzed to act, because you're worried using that power could affect your accomplices. Accomplices? Then, Miles must be one of them. There are others too. Most of the beings under the influence of Durin's life force have gathered here, and yet their presence is also what impedes her from taking action. Once you attempt to transform, all who surround you will be affected by your power, and you cannot control it, because in this network of living beings, you serve as the core.
Show us your arm. Ugh! Have it your way!
Whoa!
Oh shit.
Come on, let's go!
Hey, they're shielding the imposter!
She's trying to get away! Stop her! Don't let anyone get in your way!
There are others trying to get in. Must be more people under her control.
Time to get moving, everyone.
Whoa! She just leaped across the room!
After her!
Well, I wish we could have seen that, but they don't have the animation for that. It's time. All units move out. Third company, keep the imposter's tail. We finally have a chance to talk, but before I explain the events of the past few days, I'd like to make a few things clear. First, I never killed any of my fellow citizens, and I never used human remains as part of an alchemical experiment. Second, the events of the past few days were all part of the plan. Most of the members of our order were in on it. As to the witnesses, Master D-Luke picked up on the situation long before today's proceedings. Wow, that's quite an involved plan. Indeed. Follow me. Cool. Oh no! We're getting invaded!
What? How are there monsters in the city?
There are monsters from Dragonspine. An attack is imminent, but fear not. We've been preparing for this. We've been monitoring this resurgence of Duran's life force. Its festering nature agitated these monsters. We only knew it was a matter of time before they advanced on Mondstadt. And so, we made preparations for an inevitable battle. I was hoping you two can join me and provide assistance in the battle to come.
Of course. Where's our first stop?
The top of the city wall. Alright, cool, let's go. Mona!
Master Gene, headquarters should be secure for now.
So, fuck, I've lost count. Where are we at? There's a total of 16 characters, so that makes him 17. Mona's about to be 18. How many are voiced? Was it 9? Are we at 10? I think so. 10 out of 16? No, that's not. Yeah, I don't know.
We responded in time and had enough manpower. We can even spare some for mobile support across the region.
I think it's 10-16. Good. Our intel suggests that the monsters from Dragonspine could be disguised as Mondstadt citizens, so be sure to exercise caution. Fuck. 10-17. Mona's not voiced. How does Mona talk again? Oh, and my divination revealed there are also regular people under the influence of some strange power. Not all of them are monsters. Yes, so for these people, the aim is to subdue, not harm. Before you attack, make sure to figure out what you are dealing with.
Understood.
Run. Ah, perfect timing, Mickey. I was hoping you three could form a mobile unit to help respond to the various threats in the area. It's been a while, Traveler. I'm also here to help. Jin and I are going to remain here to monitor the situation. We'll leave the other locations to you. Don't worry, my Skyglass doesn't show the slightest chance of failure. Victory will be ours. Are you still broke? You probably are you? Alright. Oh, fuck. I'm coming!
Captain Albedo, honorary knight, and your floating companion.
Some of the people around here are acting strange. Be careful. The wind knows her.
Well, I need to... Can I not change party?
I don't think we could have managed that on our own.
I hope everyone's alright. We really appreciate the help.
I want to change party. Can I not? Oh, come on, man. Wow. Okay. What the fuck are you doing just chilling here? Shoot! Someone's coming. Help me! Please, someone help me!
What's with the freak out? It's just us.
Ah, perfect. I controlled the act. Sorry, I thought you were regular civilians. It's about time. I think we can proceed as planned. I agree. Although it's been a while since I dealt with something this big, it's going to be pretty exhausting. Don't worry, I'll treat you to a drink for your trouble. Just what I wanted to hear.
So, these two know the other's identity then?
Oh, Albedo knows... Oh, shit. Okay. People can make new friends when we're not here, you know. Monsters started surging in from Dragonspine during the trial. They soon became agitated, likely in response to the core coming under pressure. Still, I never expected those monsters to become this advanced. The power of evolution cannot be underestimated, especially considering the fact that Durin absorbed the previous imposter.
Wait, so what about the map? And the missing bodies?
What the witnesses saw was true. I did hide those bodies. As I monitored the situation on Dragonspine, I noticed that many who ventured there came back different. Some were under the influence of Durin's power, but the less fortunate ones had already been devoured by monsters, who then assumed their appearance to infiltrate the city. Most of those who were replaced had no close relatives, so when their behavior changed, there was no one to notice. The monsters used their disguise to get close to people. I eliminated 2 who attempt to attack.
What about the remains Diluc found? Did they belong to one of the victims?
Yes, the monsters slowly digested the victims. Sometimes they even left behind body parts to aid the transformation. All that remained of the first victim was a few strands of hair, and the second, some teeth and bone. The only bodies Albedo destroyed were the monster mimic forms. Then he buried whatever remained of the victims and put them to rest. Well, someone had to do it. Besides, I managed to gather some valuable data on the putrefaction of the bodies. After we defeated the doppelganger Whopperfowl on Dragonspine, we promised to tell each other a story, remember? You told me a story of the gardener, I remember. I'm glad. Then you remember what I told you about Subject 2? In his pursuit to replace Subject 1, he transformed a Whopperfowl into Subject 3. So there was another imposter on Dragonspine that day? Yes, that would be Subject 2. I confronted him and buried his body on Dragonspine. So, you see, at one point, there was something hidden in that hole you found. But Durin is becoming more revitalized by the day. Under the influence of his power, the monsters dug up Subject 2's body and returned it to Durin's stomach. Durin absorbed the failed creation along with his knowledge and way of thinking. Ever since then, all creatures spawned from his power had the ability to transform their appearance. Humans who venture into Dragonspine for too long are also about to fall under Durin's influence, but those effects didn't show themselves right away. And the extent of which a person had been affected is hard to perceive. You saw it for yourself, didn't you? All the people acting strange, those are the same people who tried to break into the Knights of Favonius headquarters. Durin's power remained dormant within then until it surged to the surface and seized control. That was also our goal. If we can force a situation where the imposter had no choice but to unleash that power, all those under its influence would become violent, and thus we would know who was affected.
Wait, so what do? We can't go around hurting innocent people.
Why not? That's why I'm here. It would make me look bad if I lazed around after promising to help. It'd be a very you thing to do, Venti. We'll use the power of Animite to restrain them for now. That should give the Knights the chances to do them without harm. A specialized team will deal with them later. Alright, that's the long and short of the story. It's time to activate that thing, right? Yep. So there are little secrets other people should know. My identity, for example. Keep it to yourself, okay? Alright, this should do it. I'm gonna play you a song. Ah, clever.
Wind currents? Paimon's never seen this many.
There should be now wind currents across the whole city. Everyone, can you hear me? Loud and clear. All units, what's your status?
All good. We have enough manpower to provide support. Requesting assistance at the side gate. Heading over now.
Whoa! It's long-distance wind communication! How is that even possible?
All thanks to Lord Barbados. With this blessing, we will succeed in defending our city. And now he's going to take a rest. Actually, if you face away from the currents and whisper like this, no one can hear you.
No wonder you're crouching down there like you have something to hide.
You didn't have to broadcast that.
Huh? That voice. Venti? Is that you?
Oops.
Fuck's sake. Oh, you know, just a wandering bard calling for help. Thank goodness Traveler Parliament in Albedo found me. Got me out of a tough spot. Alright, now that you're okay, we should check on your status on the other areas. Thanks, friend. May the Enemy Archon protect you. Cheeky little scamp. Oh boy. That's not good. I got things covered here. Do you, though? Sir Christ, what are you doing? This is not the time. I don't like being in the middle like this, especially on a bridge. Timmy's birds are not here, so that killed that. I got nothing else really to do here now. Oh, look who it is. Rah! Get back! Phew, that was a close one. As my thanks are in order, Master D. Luke. I appreciate the help. No need. I didn't intervene to save you. It was for my own convenience. You were in my way. Oh? Well, let me get out of your hair then. I suppose we could work together, but you would just melt my ice anyway. Suit yourself. Alright, tell me, when did you notice something was off? The first trial. Ah, because of the fake Hertha? No, because of you. Me? What did I do? My defense wasn't passionate enough? No, you weren't nervous enough. Tell me then, Master Luke, when do you think I actually get nervous? I suppose we'll see, won't we? Monsters incoming. On second thought, best not to think about it. Hell yeah, the brothers!
Oh, so sorry. Dodge this.
See, this is one of those times where, I wish a quest was in co-op. It would have been sick doing this with, another player.
Frostbite. Dodge this. Time for retribution. Ha! 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 This moment will be frozen in time.
They're over there! Dilu, Kaya!
If you had the time to make it out of there, make it here. I mean, because the other areas are secure.
What? We can't be here because we care?
Maybe this is just the closest spot to the city gate. Maintaining control over the main road means maintaining control over the battle as a whole. You made the right choice.
So what's the status over here?
All under control, don't worry. My trusty civilian volunteer and I have this covered. You mean the man who held the title of cavalry captain before you? You don't have to bring that up. Well, keep up the good work. We'll go check on the status of the other locations. Good luck. Oh, I wanted to thank you for what you said in court. If I'm not mistaken, you were on my side by the end. Believe me, he had his suspicions since the first trial. I suppose it just didn't feel right to believe that someone who had helped me in the past could be a cold-blooded killer.
Aw, that's so sweet.
Thank you for trusting me and choosing to fight alongside us. As for you, Kaya, good work as always. We'll see you soon! Of course. Stay safe. Alright, who we're seeing next? Official! Those two! Barbara and Rosaria, healing the wounded, I think? Oh, fuck. Really? Alright. Heal! Heal! I will... I'm so idle. She is an idol, right? Or is she just she's just a popular figure in Mondstadt? I have to wait for the... Okay. I haven't played Barbara in ages. That's Barbara not voiced, so that's 10 out of 18. Give me 1 second.
Thank you so much, Miss Barbara.
I forgot to... Alright, you should be on the mend.
Things are still quite chaotic outside. It's best if you all remain inside the cathedral for now.
That would be 11 out of 19, because he's voiced. You're not rushing back out at the front line, are you? You're still injured.
Don't worry, Miss Barbara. I'll try not to put myself in harm's way. I can help with the logistics from the back.
Well, maybe we can give you a hand. As you said, the situation outside is chaotic. Injured parties should not be left unattended. There are others here who need to get back to the front lines, so I'll escort you all myself.
Of course. Thank you, Miss Rosaria.
Just doing my job. I'll leave the cathedral to you then, Barbara. You can count on me. I don't really know how all this started, but I do know that Jean and the others have been preparing for this for a really long time. So, I think everything will be alright. No, it has to be. Did I catch you at a bad time, Barbara? No, not at all. Did you need something? I just wanted to tell you that over the next few days, a lot of things are going to happen in Mondstadt. Attacking and fighting. So, I need you to take care of yourself. Huh? How do you know? Albedo warned us in advance. It has something to do with Dragonspine, and he's our authority on that region, so we should take him at his word. Dragonspine, huh? So, the city is going to be in danger? Yes, but the Knights of Avonis will do whatever we can to protect the people. But then who'll protect you? Don't worry, I'll look out for myself, as promised. Please let them be okay out there. Sister Barbara. She is the first, not playable character. She's the first NPC that's not voiced. So that's 11 out of 19, 20? I don't know. I've lost count at this point. Sister Barbara, can you lend me a hand? Oh, of course. Coming. Go on, Mona. Do your thing. Hey, Noelle. Bennett! Where's Razor? Is Razor in Wolvendom or something? Amber and Mika? They're here! Prepare for battle! On guard, everyone. Incoming monsters at 11 o'clock. Looks like we've got 25 Helichurls, 2 Blazing Axe Miniatures, and a bunch of different slimes. Prepare elemental countermeasures. Roger that. Oh shit, fending off the monsters, okay. Haven't played as Amber in ages too. They're fucking stuck. I'm glad we get to play as a lot of these older characters in this quest. This is actually pretty cool.
Final warning. Let's keep going, team.
No escape! Hey!
How the fuck does Mika work? Doesn't do a lot of damage, does he?
I'll race you there!
All units are now in position.
Hertha! Oh, jeez, your voice scared me just now.
What? Still caught up in the imposter incident? I thought you knew about the plan.
Well, after you up and disappeared one day, all Master Jean told me was that you'd be gone for a while on an important mission, and that it'd be better if people thought you were dead.
Why is Sekro's doing alchemy stuff while there's chaos happening in Mondstadt?
And then, what do you know? Someone who looks exactly like you appears out of nowhere 2 days later. If Master Jean hadn't told me about your mission, I would have fallen for it hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, that's quite a scary thought. I gotta remember, he has kind of like a, he's got like a little, like, nerdy voice, Mika. Yeah, that's quite a scary thought. No, that's not right. I get chills just thinking about it. A monster replacing someone close to you, and you're none the wiser? Don't worry, once this is all over, these monsters won't be a threat to us again. Albedo, are you okay? The trial wasn't too hard for you, was it? I'm sorry I couldn't be there. I was so worried. Same here. I thought it was all real at one point. I was in complete shock. So you didn't know, Amber? Then it seems Eula did an excellent job of keeping the situation under wraps. And no need to worry, you two. I'm no worse for wear. That sounds like Eula. Alright, seems like an impenetrable wall at that one. You're not getting a secret out of her.
Yeah, for sure. She's someone you can really count on.
Wait, so how did you decide Hertha should disappear again? After all this fighting, I can't seem to get it straight.
It was Kai's suggestion. He said the plan would work best with someone well-known and reputable without being too hard... Oh my god, fuck me. Without being too high profile. Naturally, Miss Hertha was the perfect choice. We needed to leave a hole in our organization, so she came up with an idea that she would disappear. Oh, so that explains the rumor that someone had fallen during a mission. Of course, it didn't take long for that to get resolved. No, because the imposter fell right into our trap. It was all part of the plan. First, we spread the rumor that Hertha was missing in action, and after some kind of incident. The news came from Kai and Hertha's direct subordinates, which was important because we needed to be credible. The imposter saw the gap in our ranks and couldn't help but take the bait. It didn't take long for the fake Hertha to appear on the night's patrol route, claiming to have survived her mission.
When did that happen?
Over 6 months ago.
Fucking hell, girl.
Whoa, so this has been a long time in the making.
Yes, and our enemy was more meticulous than we expected. Monsters have been searching for Hertha's body in order to protect the imposter's secret, which is more advanced way of thinking than Subject 2. So we had to wait long enough to convince the fake Hertha that she had our trust. Furthermore, we needed to give her time to gather evidence against me and convince herself she had enough to strike.
But how did the Knight's internal information even reach Durin and his monsters?
There's an informant among our ranks.
Don't worry, Barbados already tracked her down. She doesn't have his both. Should you be saying that Barbados tracked her down? So she can't hear what we were talking about right now.
Honestly, this whole situation almost gave Paimon a heart attack. All those awful accusations in the first trial, and you couldn't even defend yourself!
Alberto was playing chess. It was to be expected. I couldn't just reveal the truth. It had to be at the right moment, or it would have given the imposter even more fuel to use against me. She would have demanded to know how I knew about Dragonspine and the monsters in disguise, and if my true identity got out, the public's trust in me would have been gone. It was a trap, you see. Argue back and expose my origins, or keep my mouth shut, and be seen as a murderer. Credit where credit is due, it was all well thought out.
Yeah, thank goodness we were able to back her into a corner.
Indeed, and I have you thanked for that, Traveler. You probably don't know it, but you've been a part of the plan since the beginning. Me? But I didn't even know there was a plan. And for that, you have my sincerest apologies. And I know I kept you in the dark, but I had a reason. This might not sound intuitive, but I didn't make it a plan to even... But I did... Oh my god. But I did make it to... Fuck! I did it to make the plan even stronger. There we go. From the beginning, I knew I had to leave the letters in my office for a fair, independent reader to discover. Someone willing to seek the truth. Naturally, I thought of you. I knew it would return for Windbloom. I knew you would agree to attend the trial. And I knew your sense of responsibility and justice as an honorary knight would compel you to start your own investigation. The fake Hertha, Subject 2, has met you on Dragonspine before. If she was even If she thought even you had lost faith in me, her confidence might get the best of her. The perfect time for us to strike. Albedo's right. You were part of the plan from the start. I hope you don't take offense on our decision to keep that from you. And please, don't be too hard on Albedo. He was just trying his best to look out for the Mondstadt. Enough people were involved in the plan as it was. We had no other choice. The Honorary Knights of Paimon will always be friends of Mondstadt. We will never forget that. Aww.
Aww, that means a lot.
In that case, it is us who should be thanking you, Honorary Knight.
Wait, was that you just now? Let's go to the side
What
gate
the
to check it out.
What the fuck are you two doing? I step outside the courtroom and this is the first thing I see? I'm not sure how much I can take. I'm not brave enough.
I think you should give yourself more credit. You were brave enough to sit through the trial despite the nature of the allegations. That takes strength.
I like that Mondstadt is in crisis and these two aren't even bothering about what's going on. Deacon Dahlia! I didn't see you there.
Apologies. Rosaria asked me to come. With Albedo running around protecting the city, she was worried you might be alone.
Oh.
At a time like this, 2 is much better than 1. So let me help.
Oh, thank you. I don't think Miss Rosaria even remembered me.
Of course she does. She spent all that time monitoring Albedo. It's only natural that she remembers his most dedicated student.
Oh, yeah. So after all this, I thought Mr. Albedo's identity would be a secret, huh? Not to the higher-ups, at least.
As far as I know, he shared that information with close members of his order long before these events.
Huh?
Perhaps I spoke too soon. You do scare easily.
Oh, sorry. I guess I didn't expect Albedo to just reveal it like that.
I'm sure he felt the time was right. Besides, you know the truth. I know the truth. It doesn't change anything, right?
When Mr. Albedo told me in the library a few days ago, I was pretty shocked. But more than that, I was amazed.
Not afraid?
No, not afraid. I trust in knowledge and science, and I trust in Mr. Albedo as a person. I just noticed, Deacon, there aren't any wind currents around us. There's not?
We lucked out on that front. Otherwise,
No,
that
there is.
conversation would have been for the whole city to hear.
Huh? That's how it works? That could have been so embarrassing. I'm gonna go back to making potions now. Lisa and Razor! Yeah! Aw, cutie, it's you.
Lupercal, it's you.
Razor's voiced.
You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
We haven't seen Lisa or Razor at all this quest. Is that everyone? Hey, mommy. I love Lisa. Give me 1 second. Don't worry, I'll be back to playing in a second. Alright. Phew! It's been a while since I unleashed my lightning during Windbloom.
It happened a lot before?
Unleashing lightning on people? No. Once in a while, maybe. It sure feels good to let loose, though. I bet it does. My old professor even wrote to me about that a few days ago. Of course, I made sure to emphasize I always treat others with kindness. It's only natural for a student to inherit their teacher's ways. After all, and mine was a gentleman from a Spantamad school. So you see, this time, I only use gentle methods of electrocution. So gentle, even Jean would have no reason to intervene.
Huh. Gentle electrocution.
You seem to be good spirits, Miss Lisa. Oh, well, it's good to move every once in a while. Great, I'm glad that interaction was short.
Huh. Gentle electrocution.
Oh, well, it's good to move... Oh, fuck. It's the same line. Well, I want to see... I know we're meant to go there, but I kind of want to see what's around first and see everyone. The more characters, the merrier. Noelle! Captain Albedo, honorary none. I actually don't know how Noelle sounds. It's been a while. I'm glad Noelle gets a spotlight. Not really a spotlight, but I'm glad we get to play as Noelle in an Icon quest, because she gets fuck all in this game, really.
Leave it all to me.
This is taking too long.
Coming to be.
Steady as stone.
Fuck me, this is taking forever. Come on, Noelle, you can do it.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Witness my great undertaking.
Time to clean up.
Come on, Noelle. There we go. Thanks for the help. That was over a lot faster than I expect. Fuck all if it wasn't. I'm sure you have places to be, so don't let me keep you. Rest assured, I'll keep the people around here safe. Be careful out there. I know victory will be ours. It's always nice to see Noelle. Alright, who else is around? We haven't talked to Bennett or Fischl. What other monster characters are we missing? Oh, there's Bennett. So I'm assuming Fischl will be down here.
Gotta say,
hey!
When I saw you on the side of the road, I thought you were hurt. Not about to whack me in the head.
Hey, at least Bennett's voiced.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry about that. I was trying to run away, but I just couldn't keep going, so I pretended to be unconscious. Thought I could at least land a surprise hit on a monster that way.
I get it. That's a pretty common tactic. Oh, Traveler, Albedo, you're here.
Oh, sorry. Looks like this person could use some help. We'll search for a place to keep civilians out of danger. This area appears secure, so remain here in the meantime. We'll be back with an update.
Sounds like a plan.
Give me 1 second. Okay. What?
Gotta say, oh gosh, I get it. That's a pretty
Why
common
do we
tactic.
need to... Oh, come on, let me skip. Jesus.
Sounds like a plan.
Alright, Fischl. Please tell me you're voiced, because I don't want to fucking repeat your dialogue. Oh, Diona! I forgot about you! She doesn't... Diona's the type of person that would not care about what's going on. She's like, you getting a drink? Ah, these darn things are more annoying than disgusting booze heads. Albedo, Mickey, if you run into anyone who needs a safe place to wait this out, feel free to send them to the Cat's Tail. I'll be here to watch over things, so the tavern will be safe. We can play Genius Infection TCG while we wait. Forgive Diona. we'll be sure to do just that. So Deanna's not voiced. Lovely.
Albedo, Traveler, got an update for us?
You can take her to the castle. Deanna is sheltering people there. Anyone who needs help is welcome.
Got it. I'll take her there right away.
Now we go to the side gate. I have an interesting way of moving around certain areas. Hi, Eula. What's up?
It's all my fault. I knew Clea was fast, but disappearing like this? I only lost sight of her for 1 second. How am I going to explain this to Albedo?
Well...
Explain what?
Uh-oh. Oh, God.
Albedo, Traveler, Paimon, what brings you here?
We're providing mobile support across the region. Was there something you needed to explain? You can tell me anything. I hope you know that.
Yeah, plus we kinda already heard what you said, so...
Oh. Just tell us, there's nothing to be afraid of.
Clea, she disappeared right under my nose. I'm sorry. I'm doing all I can to find her.
I see. Please don't beat yourself up. Clea is...
Wait! Something's coming this way, and it doesn't look pretty!
Is it Clea? Alright. Fight first, conversation later.
She was right next to me, and the next thing I knew, she ran off somewhere. I swear I only lost sight of her for a second.
Clea is known for her speed, so don't worry. She's a knight in her own right. She can protect herself. Oh, Clea! Oh, there you are! Clea's here to help! That's my Clea voice, apparently. See? Kids are fast on their feet.
Those bombs.
I can't read all the dialogue when...
She's not to be underestimated.
Dumpty, Dumpty, go!
Vengeance will be mine. Beg for mercy.
We won! Great work, Clea. I'll be counting you to protect Eula next time, too.
Albedo, you can't be serious.
No problem. Just leave the Clea. Are you going to patrol, Mr. Albedo? Clea heard you went camping for a few days, and these monsters followed you back home.
Camping. Ah, right. The truth isn't suitable for little ears.
That's right. So I need to report back to Ms. Master Jean to settle my expenses. If you have some time, I'm sure Eula will be grateful if you escorted her back to headquarters as well.
Of course. I place myself in your capable hands, Spark Knight.
Aw, cute. It'll be an honor. Clea will do her best. Return to the center of Mondstadt. Okay. Oh, the music's settled down. Hi, Jane. Oh, fuck. That should be it for now. Good work, everyone. How did we fare injury-wise? Good. Our preparations paid off. Injuries are few and far between. I have a full record here. Wonderful. I'll review it in a bit.
We're back!
Everyone alright?
Amber?
Yep, right as rain. We're back. Clea kept Miss Eula safe the whole way. She's embarrassed. That's amazing, Clea. Eula was lucky to have you. Looks like we're still missing a few. Reporting back, Mr. Jean. Mission complete. Good. to have you back safe and sound. And great work, everyone. This operation could not have happened without you all. Your leadership is what made it possible, Master Jean. It's been a busy few days. You should take a well-deserved break. I will, but I believe you deserve one most of all. My work isn't finished, I'm afraid. I have a few loose ends to tie up. Loose ends? Ah, yes, of course. We could talk about it once we're back at headquarters. Traveler and Paimon should be there too. Alright, everyone who has finished their work should head back to their quarters or to the church to get some rest. Want to come with us, Clay? We can drink some tea and eat some freshly baked moon pies. Yes, yes! Dun, 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 dun. I'll get to you in a second, Venti. Hi, everyone! Venti, thank you for everything. I know there were difficult moments along the way. Oh, well, wait, does that mean you saw me running for my life? Oh no, apologies. Just forget I said anything. Just kidding. But you're right, it was tough out there. I almost lost my head to the wind several times. Any notable information on the wind? Of course! I was out in the city wall for quite some time. I heard all sorts of things. As for something notable, well, I picked up anxious voices and a child's anger. Oh yeah, what happened to those hilly chels that are on the side? There was two of them, right? Durin has also isolated for centuries, but absorbing Subject 2's emotions allowed him to understand certain truths about this world and his existence, including the fact that he's no longer a mother's only child. Or her most perfect creation. It's obvious he found that fact difficult to accept. The emotions he felt in response were quite genuine and, dare I say, human. If I eliminate the perfect creation, I will be the only child Mother needs. This mindset arose out of Durin's instinct to compete and survive, and came to dominate all those around him. Of course, the absorption of Subject 2's knowledge allowed him to take a more intelligent approach, accusing me of murder. In the end, however, Durin still lacks sufficient social intelligence. The fact that his army even got this far is a miracle.
Oh, no wonder Venti sensed a child's anger through the wind.
That was... Hang on. Look, there's a lot of dialogue to read. That same feeling. It's close. Phonia? Ah, Miss Phonia, here to make your report.
Oh, nothing much to report, actually.
Is that so? During the battle, we were talking about your transfer to the 7th Company. You were in charge of patrols and the post-battle reconnaissance this time. How did everything go?
Good. No problems.
Girl. I see. If you don't mind me asking, why did you come from that direction? And why are you alone? Did you think we were still meeting at the side gate? There were a change of plans. We sent the message over the wind in the last few minutes of the battle. There were a lot of changes during the operation, but I imagine you missed those as well. Because you're under Durin's influence, you've also been since your trip to Dragonspire over 6 months ago. Okay, girl. Don't move. Let's continue this discussion back at headquarters. Don't be scared. I'll figure out a way to free you from this power soon. Whew. Alright, give me 1 second. Whoa, calm down. Da 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 da. A
blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
Give me 1 second.
A blade is like a tea leaf. Only
Ayaka?
those who sample it many times can
Ayaka?
appreciate its true qualities.
I understand what you're saying, but not now. Please. Okay.
A blade embraces its...
Shut up! Let's see how I sound, first and foremost. Testing. Testing. Yeah, okay. Sound okay.
So this is a day in the life of the traveler. I'm learning more about you all the time.
She really fancies him, doesn't she? Alright, the others are looking after Phonia. Please tell me you can help her. I can, as long as the rest of the operation goes well.
Wait, the operation isn't over. What do we do now?
What happens next is more of a personal project. I've consulted Venti about the possibility of calling a tripartite conference. Ah yes, it's a relatively new tradition. Grandmaster Varka came up with the idea a few years ago. I still remember when he approached me about asking the lovely ladies of the Hexen Circle for a small favour. The chumminess caught me off guard. If I hadn't known any different, I thought he was talking about his older sister or something.
Older sisters? Is Varka really young or something?
No, you come on. Is this implying that Paimon has a thing for this guy? I wouldn't exactly call him young, but he's not old either. He's the type to crack a joke at every opportunity, so whatever age that is. Indeed. When are we going to meet Varka? Anyway, the Tripartite Conference is a gathering of three parties. The Hexen Circle, the Animo Archon, and the joint forces of the Knights and the Church of Avonius. Lord Barbados is able to facilitate a meeting between Varka and the mages. Varka has quite a way with words, so he was able to gain their favour and convince them to agree to a very important request. Namely, in Mondstadt's greatest time of need, the mages wouldn't return and lend their aid to our nation. Yes, and I now have a request of my own, so I need the conference to convene once again. Venti, if you would. Of course! Mickey, pass me the Dodo communication device.
Huh? You're gonna use that thing to call them?
Well, yeah. Just watch and learn. Okay, I think this should do it. Beep beep. Beep beep. Beep beep beep.
What's that ringing? Is it the wind or something?
Who the fuck's that? Hold on, that's not the right voice.
Wait. Barbados?
Varka? Grandmaster? Oops, I put in the wrong number. Sorry, Varka. You're probably busy right now.
But considering I'm surrounded on both sides with a group on my tail looking to turn me into mincemeat, yeah, I'd say so.
So that's what Varka sounds like, huh? Ah, yes, well, have fun with that. We can talk some other time.
All right, pass along my regards. Oh, and I still owe you for those drinks, don't I? Just take it from my stash. I keep it in...
So that's what Varka sounds like. Interesting.
Hey! He was just about to tell us where to find his secret stash!
Don't tell me you hid it beneath the great tree of Windrise. That seems like a bit much.
Hello? Who is this?
Is this Alice? Greetings, Miss Alice. It's Venti.
Venti? Nope, it doesn't ring a bell.
You're really gonna tease me like this? Fine, it's Barbados.
Apologies, just a bit of fun. What can I do for you, dear Barbados?
You still remember the Tripartite Conference, right? I'm calling on behalf of a friend. He's asking for a meeting.
Oh? And which brave soul is it this time?
It's me, Aunt Alice. Albedo, captain of the Knights of Avonius investigation team, requests a formal meeting with the Hexen Circle.
And what is your wish, dear Albedo?
I want to accomplish something unprecedented.
How unprecedented. Something even your mother Rhine-daughter never accomplished?
In terms of technique, no. But in terms of location and materials, yes.
Okay, that makes no sense.
You've piqued my interest. I'll be right there.
Be right where? Here, as in this office?
Hello again, everyone.
That's not what you look like. No. Hello, Aunt Alice. I see. Okay, I was about to say. I see you turn yourself into a giant Dodoko.
Darling, isn't it? It even has its own hat.
Wow, the attention to detail.
Pleasure to see you all again. It's been a while. On behalf of the Hexen Circle, I hereby grant Albedo's request. I'm guessing you still need to prepare? Take your time. Just come find me at the long table when you're ready.
Aw, that's nice of you.
Huh, I suppose it's just my nature, darling.
Thank you, Aunt Alice. Before we set out, there's someone you need to meet. Head to my office. He's waiting for you there. Okay. The gardener?
Hey, have you ever wondered why Albedo always keeps his office closed? I'm on bets there's a secret snack stash hidden around here somewhere.
What the fuck? Hey, not so loud!
Mini Turin? What are you doing here?
Well, actually, I don't remember how Midi-Durin sounds. I've kind of been helping you guys in secret this whole time. I tried tapping Paimon on the shoulder during the battle, but you floated away too fast. You were there? Yeah, I've been monstered for a few days now, but I kept myself out of sight. I thought people might be scared of me.
Oh, don't worry. We aren't scared of you.
Thanks.
So, what brings you here? Oh, is it Windbloom? There are a ton of fun games this time of year.
I did sneak off to the festival for a bit, even though I couldn't play the games because of all the people. I still had a lot of fun. But that's not why I'm here. Albedo and I made a promise to accomplish something great together.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna replace Durin on Dragonspine. I'm gonna be the one who is revived and brought into this world.
Wait, didn't that already happen? You left the storybook world, and now you're here.
Sorry, I should be more specific. Albedo said you can use alchemy to turn me into a human.
What?
Interesting. Human transmutation. So you're Albedo's intended subject? Yeah, he's been working on it for a long time.
And that's what you want, Mini Durin? To become human?
I don't know if want is the right word. I don't even know if there's a right answer in a situation like this. But I do know this. I have just as much as a right to this name. I don't want to lose to the other Durin. Becoming human. I know, Albedo talked to me about that. He said the Durin on Dragonspine is a lot more aggressive and primitive. Almost like a beast. But Mum created me in a storybook. The pure parts of me can balance out the evil parts of him. If I'm honest, I don't know what it looks like. If I can still be me once I become one with that part of him. Maybe without a complete soul, that would never really be me to begin with. Albedo said these kinds of questions are normal. We're all just trying to figure out who we are. But I'm not afraid of change. I want my life to have meaning, and suppressing an evil dragon, becoming human, both sound pretty meaningful to me. But don't worry, no one is forcing me to make this choice.
Well, turning you into a human sounds like a huge project. No wonder Albedo wants to get the mage's approval.
Yeah, I'm really grateful to him. We're kind of in the same boat, you know. Albedo told me he's the Crider Prince, a synthetic human, and if this works, I'll be one too. We'll only two of our kind in the world. Our chemical creations are allowed to live in human form. If all living things are grouped together by species, and there's only one other person like me in this world, I guess that makes us family.
Definitely. You've just got to trust one another. Actually, while we're on the subject, does your friend Hawkeye know about this?
Oh, I was trying to remember where he's from, and I'm like, oh no, that makes a lot of sense now. Yeah, that one fucking event. It was the event before Natland? It was the update before Natlan. It was Wanderer. Who else was there? It's not official. No, I don't know. I can't remember. Who the fuck was there? Hang on. I definitely remember now that he's brought our Scaramouche up. What was it? Genshin, I want to say version 4.7 or 8? Let's go 4.8. Yeah. Oh, Nelia was there. Okay. Navia. Okay. Kirara. That's who I was trying to remember. That makes a lot of sense now. Yeah, I told him I was coming here to fulfill this duty. He didn't try to stop me. Just told me to get a move on then. Sounds like him. He didn't say it outright, but I think he supports my decision. Maybe he thinks it's a good idea to go through with this. I'm a little scared, but of course excited too. Hang on, I got a knot. There we go. Anyway, I'm really glad to got to talk to you at a time like this. I feel a lot better now, so thanks. I was trying to remember where Mini Durin was from, and I'm like, oh no, he was from that event. Go to the location indicated by Alice. She said long table. Oh, it's downstairs. Duh. No, maybe not. Where the fuck? Long table? Lower? Ah, that's right. The theater room, or whatever it's called. Isn't this the theater room? The other end game mode that's not the Spiral Abyss? Recommended elements. Well, that's why I got this team. Hey.
Welcome, one and all. Please sit wherever you like.
So no unspoken rules to be aware of? I don't want to unwillingly park myself down on some important lady's chair.
I highly doubt anyone's going to mind where you sit, Lord Barbados. But thank you for being so considerate. Jean didn't fancy tagging along?
No, she's kind of bored. A lot happened in the city today. If she left, there would be no one around to lead the Knights of Favonius.
All right, never mind. I was just hoping to treat her to some tea. So, tell me, Albedo, what is this outrageous and audacious plan of yours that I've been hearing murmurings about?
Why is Venti's sitting so far away from them? I'll get right to the point. I intend to kill the evil Durin and Dragonspine.
Oh?
I'd also like to request some alchemical reagents from the Hexen Circle.
Which ones? I'm all ears.
First will be the flesh of that immortal monster from the Mare Javari.
Interesting. What else?
The other is a portion of the embryo left by my mother, Rhine-daughter.
Ah, the raw material from which she created her monsters in the past. There's not much of it left. Dragon blood, monster flesh, and embryo. Sounds to me like a formula for creating life?
Correct. Durin's heart has been continuing to beat ever since the day he died. That means it's just a matter of time before he eventually returns. It could be centuries away, or millennia, but the day will come. I spent years investigating in Dragonspine, so I'm well aware of the danger he poses. He's already posed a considerable threat to Mondstadt at less than half of his original strength. There's no telling how dire the consequences could be if he ever regained his full life force. Hence, if we want to be free of the dangers posed by this blood and limitless vitality, we must find a way to eliminate Durin entirely. Unfortunately, Durin is a special entity. Even after death, he could be reawakened at any moment. So the solution to kill him and then resurrect him in a different form? Upon resurrection, there'll no longer be the creature he once was. In fact, he will no longer be a monster at all, because I intend to transform him into a human-like being. During the summer, Clea and I visited a fairy tale world called Simulanka. Simulanka? Where was this? It's not the same place I was thinking of, right? Simulanka Genshin. Yeah, it is the same place, okay. They were there for that? Huh. It was created by the mages from the Hexen Circle, so I'm sure you know of it.
Of course. It was even the home of one of M's children, the other Oh, I see.
It was during that journey that I learned with certainty that Durin will return to life one day. That experience inspired me. I met a pure soul M had created, and if I wanted to change Durin's fate, he could be the key. To that end, I devised an alchemical model for the transmutation. The soul will come from the fairy tale dragon of Simulanka, the blood from the original dragon's heart, and the monster remnants from the mare Javari and the embryo mother left behind will form the flesh. The corrosive nature of the dragon venom and the heightened fatality of the monster remnants will offset each other, keeping the constructed body in perfect balance. A powerful side effect can be triggered when festering forces and life energy collide. In an alchemical setting, the results are sure to be nothing short of astounding.
The glint in your eye when you talk about these ideas. You really are your mother's child.
Do you see that as a bad thing, Aunt Alice?
Of course not. To me, you're both extraordinary individuals. I find you fascinating. In any case, now I see why you asked Venti for help. The raw materials you seek are extremely valuable. The misuse of even the tiniest amount could cause unimaginable chaos. That said, we're happy to give you what you need. But there is one condition. You need to prove you can wield them. And so, you must pass the Hexenzirkel's trial.
Give me one moment. I'm gonna be back. I need to take just a quick pee break. Because it's been... How long has this been going on? Yeah, two and a half hours. So I'll be right back, and we'll resume on with this. I have returned. Sorry that took long. Double check how I sound again. Ba, ba, dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Alright. Let us continue. I understand. I figured something like this might happen. That's why I asked Mickey to come along. Why am I joining in this thing? I can think of no better partner for such an endeavor.
So you know our tricks, huh?
Aunt Alice always loved the spectacle. Any chance to witness the friends come together to support one another?
Well, success means little if you have no one to celebrate it with, no?
True.
Although, I'm afraid dear Paimon will have to sit this one out.
Yeah, get the fuck back.
What? Why?
The Hexen Circle trials are no walk in the park, my dear. Besides, I already decided on the structure. There's only room for 2 participants, I'm afraid. No more, no less. You understand, don't you, Paimon? Oh, don't be too angry with your dear aunt.
We're not even related.
Okay. You can turn off the charm. Paimon will stay behind.
Thank you for being so understanding. Then, whenever you two are ready, interact with the chessboard on the table. It will guide you through the trial.
Then let me make a formal request. Will you go through the trial with me? Of course. Are you ready? Just about.
Then, my dear children, get ready for a taste of the Dodo King's magic.
It's certainly in keeping with Hexen Circle modalities. We've been shrunken down to a chest-sized piece.
Whoa, you're so tiny now. Take extra care of yourselves, okay?
What is it? Nothing. It's just Paimon's voice is even louder than usual now I'm his size. She's always so energetic and lively. Nothing can dampen her spirits. Don't worry, you'll be back with her again in no time.
You sound pretty confident, Albedo.
Aunt Alice, I didn't realize you'd personally be conducting this trial.
Well, since your mother has to recuse herself, who better than I to put your abilities to the test? I have prepared quite a riveting new performance just for you two. See? Defeat them in battle. Prove to me that you have what it takes to achieve your goal.
If we're gonna play chess, girl, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not a chess guy. I don't know how to play chess. I'm sorry.
Swashbuckle your way to victory like gallant fairy tale heroes.
This must be the weekly boss.
My apologies. Yoo-hoo! Let the world come alive!
Witness my great undertaking!
Kami-san's art! Sumetsu!
Witness my great undertaking!
I like that they used the one voice line that that they can use that Koi has voiced, which is a bit funny. Oh, we've got to put Koi in here somewhere.
Feel this ancient power.
Reduce the number of soldiers, huh? Ah, okay. I see. I see. Get fucked.
Witness my great undertaking.
You should present a united front.
Strike a pose!
I'll say this is a very different boss fight from all the other, all the other ones we have.
Moment of birth.
My apologies.
Cutscene.
Ugh, it had to be this form? A toy really doesn't suit me.
Guess what doesn't seem like
Well
Albus.
done. But this isn't over. I will now preside over the second trial. Stare straight ahead, and you will see things as they appear. But change your perspective, and you will see them as they are.
Nice. I didn't read what they said.
The trial awaits.
Okay. Damn, they're big.
Only by turning the world on its head can we see its true colors. So, it begs the question, what do you see on the other side of this chessboard? Pawns earned true freedom the moment they gained legs with which to quite enough. So, in the spirit of Rheindotter, I prepared a little surprise for you. No need to thank me, of course. Just a small gesture of kindness from me.
Frozen.
Ceremony. Oh, Albedo, you're always so charming.
Yeah, I should have chosen my team better.
So many regrets.
Sorry, Kazuha. Give me 1 second. I should have gone with Shenhe, honestly.
Witness my great undertaking.
Or Rief Lee.
Time to shine. Hold the line. Sakura swirl.
Witness my great undertaking.
Dance, my dear.
My apologies.
Try to remember the step of time.
Fucking hell, man.
And now, a towering return!
Great undertaking.
Kamisato out. Sumetsu.
Wait.
The birds come. Oh no!
Oh no!
Feel this ancient power.
Fuck yeah. Oh, that was fun.
Yes, very well done.
We did it.
Oh, they've grown up so fast. I'm so proud.
Really? Well then, I'll leave you to debrief the others about today's events.
Babeloff.
Huh? You're leaving already?
You did marvelously today. I'm thrilled for both of you. And should you feel the need to gloat profusely to that student of mine so she knows to up her game, be my guest. Lovely tea party. But that'll do me for now. Until next time, my dearies.
My dearie.
You're just going to up and leave? Barbie.
Barbie!
You have to forgive Barbara, love. She's always on the move. And she never says where she's going either. I think she enjoys the mystique. But if I had to guess, she's probably going for a walk. She's a very health-conscious individual. Barbie was satisfied with your victory. And so am I. Congratulations to you both. You can come back now. Oh, whoops. I need to turn you back to normal first, don't I?
Lol.
You're finally back! Great job! You made it all look so easy!
No, the boss wasn't that hard.
Nice to have you back safe and sound. Now time to relax and switch off. You've earned it.
Thank you. Felt pretty good to beat the trial. Once you've rested up, let me know when you're free, and we'll head to Dragonspine.
To deal with the Dragon of Dragonspine, right?
Well, what else would we fucking do there, Paimon? Indeed, the sooner we deal with Durin, the better. What else will we do there other than what we've been talking about?
Nice to have you back safe and sound. Now time to relax and switch off. You've earned it.
Go to Dragonspine. Oh, are we going into that cave?
Take flight!
Whoops.
Yep, this place is as freezing as ever. Paimon's hands are turned to ice.
Want to climb into my hood?
You sure? Is it warm in there?
Now I need to see an image of that. We've arrived. Sorry, Paimon. I have to get to work now.
Still beating away after all this time.
Leave it to me, you two. Stay on guard.
May Paimon ask a question?
You may.
Who is Durin to you? Do you think of him as one of your kind? And is he a dragon, person, animal, or monster?
From an alchemical perspective, we're both artificial creations, but biologically speaking, we have no relation whatsoever. So to say we are kin would be categorically incorrect.
Sounds like you prefer humans to dragons, then.
It's not so much a matter of preference, rather as things stand, I would say I belong to the class of human, albeit a unique category thereof. But then again, most forms of life in this world possess some kind of unique traits. I am perhaps the most unique among humans, in that I am the only one of my kind. But soon there'll be another just like me, assuming this alchemical project proves successful. I believe Mini Durin already told you of his intent to replace the Durin of Dragonspine. After my conversation with him, he's also expressed a strong interest in becoming human. It's a fascinating prospect, not to mention an extremely challenging one, but I understand why he came to that decision. Do you see this as an act of creation? Well, understood in the broadest sense, this project deals with both the past and future, and stands to profoundly impact many lives. That, primarily, is what makes it worthwhile. Helping Mini Durin become who he wants to be is a secondary consideration, though still a meaningful one. By contrast, my personal motivations are nothing so grand and meaningful. I'm just pursuing something I believe in. In my view, to cultivate life which the world cannot generate what is that word? Generously is to cultivate the world itself. Whatever aids life in attaining a greater level of perfection improves the world by doing so. It is not a question of whether this ought to be done or not, merely whether I wish to. The alchemical enterprise is concerned with deciphering and comprehending all forms of knowledge. That is the path I walk. Of course, that is not to say this is just a science experiment to me. Anything that affects Mondstadt, I approach first and foremost as a member of the Knights of Avanius. Does that answer your question satisfactorily? Well enough. Thank you. Wow. Finished.
Looks like a golden energy has encased the dragon's heart.
The whole heart would be too big. I don't need that much. Instead, I've just removed the core. The rest will soon lose its vitality completely. This time, Durin's body should finally die for good.
Wait, but in that case, what's gonna happen to the fake Hertha? And what about the people who fell under Durin's influence?
The Knights will keep an eye on them, but as far as I'm concerned, eliminating Durin's influence on the citizenry and creating a new Durin through alchemy are one and the same thing. Armed with this heart, I'll be able to complete the alchemy array and deal with all these issues in one go.
There's a pleasant breeze and glorious sunshine. So, where shall we go for a walk?
Here, Aika. Let's call it a day here. Thank you for accompanying me.
Pleasure! We sure learned a lot.
Mondstadt's a lively place during the Windbloom Festival. You should look around and pick out some nice souvenirs for yourself.
Oh yeah, the festival! Wonder who the Windbloom Star is gonna be this time. Well, we've been too busy dealing with this situation the entire time. Who else would be free to work during the Windbloom Festival?
I'm sure we'll find out on the day of. 2 days later. No, not that. Oh God.
The Windbloom Festival.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you all know, during this Windbloom Festival, the people of Mondstadt have banded together to defeat several waves of monsters that try to invade our city. Accordingly, we would like to award the title of the Windbloom Star to someone who made an outstanding contribution to the defense operation. This is someone who may not look like a strong warrior, but whose keen insights played a vital role in containing control over the conflict. His words and songs always have a way of lifting people's spirits, and they were a great support to us all. Let's give a round of applause to this year's Windbloom Star, Venti the Bard. Yeah, let's go. Huh? No way. You're really gonna pick me? Why not? You're the perfect person for the job. I thought she was gonna go Albedo, honestly. Alright. Does that mean I get unlimited free drinks at the tavern? No. I'm sure they'll be more than happy to support this year's Windbloom Star. If you like, you can even take a drink while you give your acceptance speech to the crowd. In that case, let me swap out the speech for a song. Everyone, the best bard in the land is about to begin his performance. So don't go away. Gather around and lend me your ears. Oh shit. I hereby exercise. I didn't read the full dialogue. Oh, fucking hell, Albedo. I don't know what that first word says. Refining fire, fortifying wind. Traverse the 18th Worldly and 20th Passage. Oh my god. I can't talk. Elevate festering flesh into sacred blood and bone. O sages, witness my grand endeavor. Do we get to see what Durin looks like? How was it? Not bad, right? Holy fuck. Oh shit! Okay. Alright, Durin. That might be a future playable character.
How did everything go?
Holy fuck. Durin might actually be playable. Very smoothly, I'd say. We achieved our goal.
Really? So Mini Durin looks like a human now?
He's got fucking wings and everything. Correct, however, his newly formed belly is still stabilizing. We should give him some time. Incredible work, Albedo. I graciously accept the compliment. He really is a rather remarkable, but what we have accomplished.
So, how do you feel right now?
Quite good. I did what I set out to do, and achieved a personal goal. I think even she would have made a rare facial expression had she seen it.
She?
Rhine-daughter? My master and mother, yeah. Gold Rhine-daughter. A long time ago, she sent me to Mondstadt with the instruction to complete a task of monumental importance, to find the truth of the world. I had a theory about what she meant, and in time I was able to corroborate with it? Sure enough, finding the truth of the world basically stood for getting a life. That might be easy for most people, but for someone like me, it meant doing a lot of learning about a lot of things. I had to find out about myself and the world around me, get to know me, and get to know other people. Life is a space that exists between me and the world. To truly become human, I had to inhabit that space. So for an unofficial human, finding a life is, in some sense, equivalent to finding the truth of the world.
So that's what she meant, huh? Well, no wonder those monsters wanted to infiltrate the city and replace you. They wanted your life for themselves!
Being alive is just existing, but having a life is what makes you truly human. I think that's the message she wanted to get across to me. Still, I think this whole series of events has given me new inspiration. Becoming human is only the beginning. What follows is the choices a human has to make in life, as well as the kinds of family bonds they will form. Most people will probably see the events of the last few days as something out of the nightmare, but for me, it's just part of my family life. I fear that the carefree existence my brother has enjoyed this far will now come to an end. Just like me, he will have to step into the world and face the same constraints as everyone else.
You've got an unusual family, that's for sure.
Well, I suppose we'll get it from my mother. She's highly unusual. There are kinds of families in the world. Some base their life around the family store, others around the farm. In my family, I suppose we tend to the flower beds. And now, I'm a gardener too. As long as you feel like you gain something from the experience. Mesa never showed her face, but if the Hexenzirkel knows what I've done, that means she knows as well and gave her approval. Since devouring Nabarus, it would seem she has finally found a modicum of peace. And if so, then I'm truly happy for her. She didn't always have a penchant for madness, you know.
Devouring Nabarius? What's Nabarius?
It's the name of the rule of life.
What?
Okay. Aunt Alice told me about it not long ago. But it came to no surprise. I knew Master would do it sooner or later. As the ruler of life, all I truly knew is this. Nabarus is not gone. Instead, because of Master's actions, she and Nabarus are now one. In any case, thank you so much for your help during this ordeal and for choosing to stand by my side through it all. So her and Nabarus are... Wait... What?
Of course. That's what friends are for.
Palmer took the words right out of my mouth. Hearing you say that means more than I can say. I'll make sure to pass along the sentiment when I report back to Master Jean.
Oh, so you're heading back to headquarters? Well, good luck with the report.
Thank you. I'll get going.
Wow, this Windbloom Festival turned out to be a special one. It feels like we really made a difference. Oh, Paimon almost forgot. If the Windbloom star has already been chosen, what is this year's Windbloom gonna be?
Want to take a guess?
Venti, you're back.
Well, I couldn't keep my two dear friends in the dark about this year's Windbloom, now could I? What do you think of the Cecilia? It's quite fitting. The true feelings of the prodigal son. A sentiment as sweet and warm as the gentle spring breeze. Perfect for the season. Traveler, give me your hand. Huh? The mages are very pleasant that you and Alberto managed to pass their trial. Alberto received the materials he sought, so you deserve something in return as well. The Hexen Circle wants you to have this. It contains something entirely one of a kind, and secret of sorts. When the time is right, it will reveal itself to you, so no need to open it right away.
Wow, a gift and a mystery all in one. The mages sure love their secrets, huh?
According to the Senator, you're probably the only person who can make use of something like this, so I suppose it belongs to you. Alright, thanks. Ah well, all I did was deliver it, although I did go to lengths during the whole ordeal. I suppose a reward for my efforts wouldn't be out of the question.
You've helped a lot, Venti. How about we treat you to a drink?
Really? I'll hold on to you to that, Now going back on your word.
Of course, Dad! Let's go to the tavern right now!
Music to my ears. I'm so happy I could fly. It's like this festival was made for me or something. It is, dickhead. When no love remains for the songs to tell, the world becomes a naught but an empty shell. Cruel is a sad face, cruel it may be, were it not for a hero who can set us all free. Through shadows so cold, he sought wisdom untold, chasing a fragrance the winter only knows. Thus wistfulness waned and faded into sight. Night. Fuck! I was doing so good. Let me try this again. Thus wistfulness waned and faded into night, as he stepped from the darkness and into the light. Probably best as I'm gonna get it. Very solid quest. I like that. For an interlude quest, that was not bad. I wish we could see Duran in person, but that'll probably be for a future thing. Hopefully Duran becomes playable. That'd be nice. He's got fucking wings and everything. Come on now. But I guess who's playable next update? Who are the 5.7 characters? I'm not gonna say them on stream because, Ah, okay, that makes sense. Alright. Duran was in here when this happened. They probably don't have like an actual proper model for Duran, that's the thing. Yeah, Duran's not here. Now I can't leave. Yeah, Duran's probably not. Doesn't have a model yet, but hopefully he does. I like Duran to be playable. All right, but that was it. Really good quest. I enjoyed that one. That was, yeah, very, very solid.
That's quite a crowd over there. Is someone doing a performance? Let's go see!
What is their relation to? Because if it's a event, I'm not really interested in doing it. It's not. What is that?
Hi everyone. I'm Sansa, and I'm I'm working on becoming a bard. Thanks for coming out today, and I guess I'll start the song now.
What is this?
All goes quiet on Starsnatch Cliff. High in the trees, all is... Oh wait, sorry, that's not right. High in the trees, no whiff of the wind, no sign of the birds, no flapping of wings. Then it goes... Pause! Pause for a moment, and... Oh gosh, this is so embarrassing. I'm making a complete mess of this. I didn't get tongue-tied at all on the 42nd time, or the 90th time. So why can't I get it right now?
What is this related to?
The 42nd and 90th time?
Yep. I rehearsed this 100 times to try and perfect my performance. So, this is my 101st time playing this song. But my first time performing it live. I really thought it would go well this time. But nope. I blew it again. Though not for lack of practice, surely. I guess I need to figure out what I was doing right on my 42nd and 90th attempts and keep practicing.
Maybe the problem isn't the amount of practice, but something else?
Right! That amount of practice should have been more than enough. If it still isn't working, maybe it's more a question of how you've been practicing. Actually, the Traveler here has loads of experience with performing music. Why don't you tell us what your method is? Maybe we can give you some suggestions.
Oh, please, I dabble.
And, Paimon can give you pro tips from an audience perspective. As a highly seasoned and professional audience... person.
Good job, Paimon.
Aw, that's so kind of you. I'm touched that you're willing to help me. Give me a second. Let me just check my notes. Or, actually, why don't I just give you my notes so you can read them for yourself?
Why?
Notes about what?
What is this in relation for?
Just things I jot down after each practice. Stuff to watch out for, areas to improve on, etc. Oh, but you can ignore the second half. That's just my random thoughts on other people's performances and trying out different instruments.
Are you criticizing them? The worn-out notebook records Sansa's detailed reflections on her rehearsals, but the random thoughts in the second half are quite verbose. It sounds like journaling in more like an essay or research report.
Whoa, this is denser than the encyclopedias in the Mondstadt library. So are you like a music scholar, collector, librarian?
Well, my parents always hoped I'd become a scholar, so they made me take classes in all of those things and more. But now, I'm applying everything I've learned in academia to becoming a bard. Well, I'm all ears. Where do you think I'm going wrong? Have I misunderstood some core principles of music theory, perhaps? Or am I approaching my rehearsals wrong?
Venti doesn't have a second story quest, does he?
Paimon never knew being a bard was such hard work. The tone-deaf bard always makes it look so easy. He never seems stressed out at all. And still, his singing and lyre playing always sound really great. Unless he's actually been practicing in secret.
Looking for me? Well, it's definitely not an old quest, because Venti's not voiced here.
Venti?
Tone-deaf bard, where did you come from?
Which wind brought you here? Why, the sweet wind of reminiscence? Of course, sweet with a hint of exotic flora, blowing from a land far away.
Well, Paimon sure hasn't missed that attitude.
Actually, I was taking a stroll in the countryside when inspiration struck me like an apple falling from a tree, so I grabbed a leaf and hastily wrote down a few lines of verse. But before I could finish, there was a whoosh.
A whoosh?
Yep, the sound of a mischievous wind who insisted on being the first one to read my new poem. It whipped the new leaf right out of my hand and whisked it away. I was about to give chase, but then I saw a dark silhouette appear and grab the leaf in its mouth. I sneezed a few times, and when I recovered, my second avid reader had vanished without a trace. Now I'm having the urge to sneeze again, just thinking about it.
So it must have been a cat that stole the leaf, right? And with your allergies, you can't exactly go chasing it down.
But we can help.
I can help too, Venti. Your music has always been a huge inspiration to me, so it would be my honor. And, after we find it, could I get some advice on songwriting from you? Sorry, I know I shouldn't spring that on you. I was just worried if I stayed quiet now, I might be too shy to ask later, and I didn't want to let the opportunity slip by, so I'm sorry. I hope I didn't make this weird.
It's fine. If problems are the veins on a leaf, inspiration is like the nutrients that flow through them. You gotta grab them when you can. So whatever questions you have, ask away. I'll gladly share my thoughts with you.
Wow, really? Okay, I'll just grab my... Wait, where's my notebook? Oh, it's right here. Sorry, give me a second.
What is this quest? Sansa frantically flicks through to the questions page in her notebook, takes a deep breath, and then explains her background and the issue she's having. I see. Well, it sounds like you already mastered music theory and your instruments. I don't think you need my input on either of those.
Huh? But then, why did her performance go so badly despite all the effort she put in? There's gotta be a reason for it.
I assume it's because...
I guess I just lack that natural talent. Maybe I'm not meant to be a bard, huh?
How long was I muted for? Hang on. Let me go back. I hope I wasn't muted for a long time there. Yeah, alright, shut up. Oh my god. I just want to look at my VODs. My channel. Here we go. Oh, fuck me, Twitch. Alright. Alright, I'll do it like this. Sorry for the hold up. I'm gonna make sure that everything sounded okay because I'm worried that if I was muted for a long time there, I will be mad. It's okay. Good here. It's not so much a matter of preference, later. With the kinds of families. According to the sender, you're probably the only. Oh, please, I dabble. Wind of reminiscence? Doesn't seem like I was muted for a long time there. I don't know what's going on, honestly. I really need to get myself a better setup. One day, it'll happen. One day, it'll happen.
Oh, let me think. Maybe it was a sense of yearning. Back when my parents forced me to stay in my room and study, I'd always hear this bard singing outside the window.
That would probably be him.
His wonderful melodies and beautiful voice were like a soft breeze that stirred my heart. I remember thinking to myself, if I became a bard, could I be free like him? Yeah, that's it. I wanted to be free and happy just like him. And like him, I wanted to share that joy with the whole world. But I get so nervous when I'm performing in front of a crowd. I try to mitigate that by doing plenty of practice to make sure nothing goes wrong. But it's no use. As soon as the performance starts, I get tongue-tied.
Well, that's probably the problem. Well, I think you're a true bard.
What? But I can't even get my words out.
Didn't you say you dreamed of becoming a bard for the sake of... Oh, fuck me. A bard's voice is like the wind. Nothing can tie it down, and nothing can stand in its way. Otherwise, you wouldn't have heard that bard's voice from your bedroom where you were studying. I do believe you're a true bard, but there's too much noise in your ears, and you've allowed that to drown out your own thoughts. That's what's holding you back. Stop worrying about what other people think.
Exactly. If you really want to share freedom and joy with the world, first you need to be the freest and happiest person of them all.
Nice, Paimon. Sounds like you have the makings of a bard too.
So, I've got to be my freest, happiest self in order to share that with others. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Oh, thank you all so much.
Well, since we're all here, why not give it another shot with Mickey and I accompanying you on our instruments? I'd be happy to.
In that case, Paimon will be the audience. Paimon is the most professional and freest audience you'll ever find.
What is this quest? Oh, fuck me.
That was my first ever successful performance in front of a crowd. For once, I didn't stumble over my words. Oh, I'm so happy. Once the music started, it felt like I became one with the wind. I could roam freely, and nothing could stop me.
The audience definitely felt it too. Look, even that cat came to check out the show. Wait, a cat?
Aha, it must be my second avid reader. Let's go ask her about its thoughts on my, shoot!
Oh, Charcoal! So it was you! I'm sorry, that's my neighbor's cat. Whenever I'm rehearsing, it always comes to sit on the windowsill and listen in.
Aww.
What was that in its mouth? Was it the leaf with Venti's poem?
Charcoal! That belongs to Venti. It's very important to him. Could you give it back? You've helped me so much. I feel bad that I have no way to repay you.
Hey, you helped me plenty. You got my missing inspiration back, didn't you? That's a huge... achoo. Let's ask Kitty for a critique. Yep, what he said. Oh, you liked it? Well, not so close. Achoo. No more picking. I haven't finished writing it yet. What a friendly feline. My friends, I hope to see you at my next performance.
Gone like the wind.
I can hardly believe I got a personal lesson from Venti himself. I must find time to thank him properly. Oh, and of course, I owe you two a huge thank you as well. I can't offer much, but why don't you take this songbook? It's from back when I was studying. I noted down all kinds of tunes from many parts of the world. Maybe you'll find it useful. Oh, and as well as tunes, I also collected all kinds of instruments. You're welcome to try them out anytime you want. It'll be great to have another musician to trade tips with.
Awesome! We'll definitely take you up on that.
A collection of sheet music given to you by Silence of the Bard. It contains music... Wait, hang on. Wait. Begin... Oh! Wait, what the fuck? No. No, fuck off. No. Get me out. Melodies. Well, I wish you would tell me, like... Can it not tell me what theme is what, or... Stone and contracts, nature and wisdom, water and justice, fire and war... Wait, what the fuck? Oh, okay. Oh shit, that's cool. This one, yeah, that's a good one. Oh fuck yeah. That's really cool. His is good. Bum, 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 bum. Definitely gonna get copyright struck for this. Dun, 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 dun. That's the name of this song? Oh. That's pretty cool, though. Her songs are bop, by the way. La 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 la. His is cool too. I think Alex says she likes this one. I remember his, yep. His is pretty cool. I can't remember what hers was. Oh, now I remember. Okay. Yeah. Is there a Natland? Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, hers is a full-on song. Sweet. I hate that that was... Wait. No, I'm good. I need to finish. Oh. Oh, fuck me. There we go. Alright. I believe that's everything covered for this update. Thank you for watching. Have a good night, morning, evening, wherever you are in the world. Tomorrow should be Marvel Rivals. We haven't tested out Ember Frost yet. We'll see how I feel. Yeah. Thank you for watching again, and I'll see you all next time.